Dalston is not a place that I want to go and frequent anymore because it's not the same Dalston anymore. It's a shambles now. Man's walking down the market and it's parties.
You know what? After we recorded one of our podcasts about 5 or 6 weeks ago in Hackney, and I was dropping one of the members home, this is what actually happened. We drove through the market, and in the market, in Dalston Market now, there's this trendy pub that's open there in the corner.
Yes,
and
I know that.
It's so annoying for me. Anyways, basically, we drove through. So we recorded late. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's just bare trendy people standing outside, and they're getting in the way of the car. I rolled the window down and I screamed, "Go back where you came from!" And I zigged off in the car. But the thing was, as soon as I turned the corner, as soon as I came off the market, there was bare traffic. There were makeshift lights, and I was just sitting in traffic for like minutes, and I was thinking, boy, one of these people could call that a hate crime and call the police on me, you know. Yeah.
Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, children and rodents and chickens.
Dear, oh dear.
I don't know how to do the intro, man. I tried. Continue. Welcome to Eloquently Say Nothing. This is episode 31. I am the fake Stavros boss, aka Big Wahala. Who else have we got in the room?
You got the real deal. Stavros Bus in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. What's up?
Yes, people, this is Mr. Wolf, and this week's proverb is another Nigerian one.
Oh my days.
Yes. If your face is swollen from the severe beatings of life, smile and pretend to be a fat man. Yes.
What kind of proverb is that?
It's a Nigerian proverb.
In other words, if the husband beats you, don't say anything.
That's it.
Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun. Oh, we the work to be done. Let the music play on.
Play.
Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, camara, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, camara, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing my song.
Why do you sound like an Indian as well?
Because it's an Indian song.
You sound like Apu from Simpsons.
That is right. Come again. What's going on, people? It's episode 31. I nutted and I'm done. It's your boy Webbs. I'm here in the building. Can you believe it?
Yes, we got Web Slinger back in the building.
Yep. Web swing.
For how long we don't know.
He doesn't even look tanned. No.
There's no heat out there. It's not like super hot.
It's just warm.
Remember, it's Africa. There's not.
No, it's winter there. So
yeah, I heard that winter is actually quite cold still.
Yeah, it's about 18 degrees.
Now, if
all
we
right.
could have a constant 18 degrees here, I don't think we would mind too much.
I don't like heat, so
I love heat. No, I just don't get black people that don't like the heat.
it makes me frustrated.
love
I get
it.
annoyed.
I'm a proper summer baby. It was my birthday last week. Yeah, man. Large up myself.
Yeah, big up Mr. Wolf, who's an old man today. Well,
Long
a couple
time.
of days ago, last week.
He is further under the dog.
And completely in the rubble.
You get me?
Under the dog.
Yeah. Are you happy for us to talk about your surprise party?
Yeah, why not? I don't mind.
I give you no choice, do I?
No.
No, okay, well, you had a surprise party. And, you know, actually, let's just make this a topic.
Surprise dinner.
A surprise dinner.
Yeah, dinner party.
Yes. For, you know, a significant birthday in your life. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Whoop whoop.
It was lovely. The biggest surprise was Web Slinger turning up because we didn't even know he was in the country.
For real.
But besides that, you were happy that you had a surprise.
Yeah, and I think most people, aside from you guys, are not happy to do these kind of things.
Have we spoke about this before?
No.
I don't think so.
So, Stavros had a surprise party a couple of years ago, organized by my wife.
It's a good, more than a couple of years.
3 years. Yeah, 3 years. It was my 35th. So now you can do the math. And I had to cuss my wife for doing it. because I done told her early on in the relationship that I don't like surprise parties. I don't want one. Never even think of doing one for me. And I thought that was that. But no, because she thinks that, no, it's not even she thinks that I like it. Because she wants us to do it.
Yes.
She just ignored what I actually told her earlier on in life. And then went and did it. And I think Senior Wahala went and reiterated the message to his missus when he saw me screaming at mine, like, look, don't ever let that be you.
I told Mr. Wolf just that the other day.
Yeah.
I told him to tell anybody that if they ever call him or ask him to do any form of surprise, just tell them there's no point in me coming because Wahala doesn't want to be there. Simple Simon's missus did the same thing to him as well. And I told her, don't do it. I told your missus don't do it.
Yeah, you did tell her.
I told Simple Simon's missus don't do it. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to beat her? Listen, yeah, don't do it. What do you want me to do?
You should have said you weren't coming or something like that. You should have fully made it
I
well
said
known.
that you do not want surprise parties. Don't do it. They said they want to do it. It's not just me. It's me against the whole rest of the world, because it's not just her then. It becomes the whole family will say, do it. You should let her do it. What do you want me to do? I should be screaming and shouting for you. Why?
You
only like
fully
me.
looked at your brother and blamed him enough times. And you allowed it to happen.
Of course he allowed it to happen.
But what does he want me to do?
The points that he's made are valid, bro.
Yeah, I'll let him off with those points.
But I told my missus straight, I don't want one. If you're doing it for me, don't say that you're doing it for me because it's not for me because I don't want it. If I wanted a party in the first place, I would have a party in it. Why would I want a surprise party? I was telling Mr. Wolf that I might not. I might just go. I might turn up and leave. If you did it to me, I actually might feel the need to leave.
I'll find out what Web Slinger thinks about this, and then I'll give you my story because that was on my mind. Web Slinger, would you be happy with surprise ting and ting?
No, I don't like surprises, and I believe my.
So you have no mirrors in your house?
Seeing you is a surprise enough all the time.
Candyman.
Blacks. Yeah, I've missed you, Blacks too. No, I don't do surprises. I think someone tried to surprise me on my birthday a couple of years ago, and I believe you lot was all there.
Oh yeah, you didn't turn up with it,
and I didn't turn up because I knew.
Yeah, he didn't turn up. I remember
he didn't turn up to his own.
It was like a
thing.
club or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he didn't turn up
to his own surprise thing.
Yeah.
I'll say.
It was an angel, innit?
I can't remember what it was, but I know he didn't turn up.
Yeah, you lot tried to get me, and I didn't turn up.
You don't like surprises at all.
But you didn't tell us, man, that you didn't like surprises, so we didn't know that.
Everybody knows I don't like surprises.
Nah, you didn't tell us that.
Have you not been surprised lately?
I was surprised over the Christmas period, yes.
Oh, yeah. Like a bitch. And he wasn't doing the same thing to us as well. Mr. I don't like surprises. He wants to be surprising everyone else.
Do you want to tell us about your lovely surprise? Or you don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't mind talking about it.
It was his Whitney moment.
Let him talk about it then, innit?
Over you lot got issues in your life. Over the Christmas period, my significant other came.
Don't say it like that. That sounds gay.
My significant other, my ball and chain, came over from South Africa and surprised me.
You know they've hijacked that term now, innit? Significant other. That's for like.
Is it for
couples.
them? Is it for the
Yeah.
LG lot?
Yeah, that's their thing. Significant other now, because is now, I believe, a term to talk about your gay partner.
You're the dominant one.
I don't know if to be the dominant one, but you don't usually. That's what they call them. They don't call them their.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and dude, and he's a guest on it all the time, and then he said, "Oh yeah, but I think it's my partner."
Yeah, my partner was
he said my partner such and such and such. I said, so this dude is gay, and then later on he said he. I was like, wow.
Like, you know,
So
significant other, partner, gay now.
Just use.
You have to say woman.
So these people are just teeth and everything from us.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not teething. That's their partner, isn't it? Partner's a partner.
It's a correct term. It's just that's the term that is now usually used for somebody that is of a homosexual. Because they can't really say that they say civil partnership now, innit?
My boyfriend. You can say my
No,
boyfriend.
but when they, I don't know if
Say that again.
is the wedding like a husband thing? Is it a husband and wife thing now? Or what? So they say civil partnership, innit?
It's a civil partnership.
So that's why they say they partner, I suppose. So it goes with what you're saying. You've had a civil partnership that has now become your official partner. Whereas, obviously, we can say
Gay
wife
marriage.
and husband and all them things. There,
Cedric the Entertainer. I was just listening to some of his sketches the other day, and he said, we're progressive. This is about nearly 2 decades old now. Comedy thing. Like, we're moving on. There's gay couples, and we're gay couples, and it's all good and stuff. You got gay people in the family. So now, with gay people, you got gay weddings. You got gay weddings. And that's all good, until they try and involve me in the wedding. So they're like, oh, I want you to be part of my party. You're like, hold on, dog, hold on. Are you the bride side or the groom side? You want me to be a bridesmaid? I can't do that, man. I can't do that.
All right, carry on saying what you were saying. Sorry, we stopped you. So your significant other came.
Yeah, she came over and surprised me.
And you was happy
about it.
I was happy. I got a little bit emotional.
He did get emotional. You was very emotional.
Yes.
That's it. So some surprises you don't mind.
But that
and she cradled him in her arms.
That display of concern and affection was very moving. And I'm not a man that gets moved apart from Champ and Champ, get up, Champ.
How many of our listeners know about the Champ?
Hey, listen, you need to realise I actually watched Champ on TCM a couple of weeks back.
Why would you do that to yourself, man?
Because it's such a good film.
It's such a good film. Mr. Wolf, you're looking around. You don't know the Champ.
You don't know Champ, bruh. Come on, you got to know Champ.
When your children do something wrong and you want to punish them, but you feel like today I shouldn't beat them.
I saw that on Twitter. Somebody said that on Twitter.
What?
That's exactly what you're saying now.
What, to make them watch the Champ?
Yeah. That's exactly what the person wrote now. He said that instead of my mum, when she called me both to beat me, she used to make me watch Champ.
Wow.
That's the exact thing
I never saw it. I'm not plagiarizing.
Actually, that's a good podcast question. Would that be a suitable punishment?
No, of course not, because it's a beautiful thing. Even though you're crying at the end, it's still beautiful.
I did cry. Champ.
Did you cry?
No, make them watch Aliens or something.
Omen.
Yeah.
Omen.
Omen. Yeah.
No, but that might
and then put them in a dark room for the rest of the day.
that might not work out in your favor. It might work out in their favor because the child knows that they might be evil.
No. For me,
pure black crows. Allow that, man.
I was scared of that too, there, boy.
Hold on, make them watch the Omen and then put them in a room with a crow.
That's deep. That's deep.
Boy.
I still would have. Remember what Webs was saying? I would still be vexed. I would still be
evil,
Yeah, happy he is as well that he's done that. Let's put that child in a room with a crow and it's old, this evil thing.
Let alone a child, man. Put any adult in the room, boy. Any adult in a room with any bird.
Just see the eyes just come out in the darkness.
Oh, wicked. Wicked.
Yeah, go ahead to what Webbs was saying. I would still be vexed if my woman has turned up if she was living abroad and turned up, I'll be vexed.
Oh, you'd be vexed about that too?
I'll be vexed about that as well.
Why would you be vexed?
Yeah, why would you be vexed about that?
Why are you not telling me that you're coming?
Because she wanted to surprise you.
No, I don't want any surprises. I want to know that you're coming to see me.
Right, calm down.
Why do you? I might not even want you to come.
Calm down.
Look at your eyes. You actually look like you're going to fight somebody.
You look like you're turning green.
He's in beast mode. Franco chicken.
I don't like these rubbish surprise things. I don't like it. Tell me, for me, it's a deception. Tell me you're coming.
Mr. Wolf
try to catch me out.
Is fine with surprises if it comes from the right place.
Okay. So when you walk into your house and see your missus with another man,
if it comes from the right place. So if someone is doing something to I don't know, to try and make you feel good or to celebrate something, make you feel good, make me feel good, to celebrate something, then why not? For me, my birthday surprise, I didn't know it was happening. I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming.
Up to now, you still don't know that this one nearly spoiled it for you.
How?
Oh, you didn't even clock.
You didn't clock.
So I thought he was a smart.
Let me give you the story. So
why would you tell him that it was almost spoiled?
No, but it's fine now because it's happening.
It's happened now.
Were you pleasantly surprised at your surprise?
You just said that.
I was happy. For me, I personally think a majority of people like surprises. There's some people like y'all that don't like surprises, which is fine. But don't look at other people who like surprises if they're some kind of softie, mate.
I don't think there's anything wrong with people that like surprises.
It's not soft. I'm not calling it soft.
I think that you should enjoy yourself. If you feel like you feel like somebody's taking the time out to do something really nice for you. I get it. I get the fact that people feel like that, but they don't doing it for you. Because if they was doing it for you, then they would just tell you.
No, so who they doing it for? In this case,
they were doing it for him.
Yeah, because
he likes surprises.
Not just that. The breakdown is that Mr. Wolf every year tries to do something in the park for his birthday, and he's a big birthday person. Birthdays matter to this dude, and he wants
getting people together.
Yeah,
and I use my birthday as an excuse.
I just saw one from 2007. 2010, and I should send you the pictures actually. And it was like, boy, some of these people put on some weight. But anyways, so you enjoy doing these things, and like I just said, pictures from 2010. So you've been doing it for a while. You love getting people together. You love celebrating life. You know, as a Christian, it's another year to celebrate and thank your God. That's it. Beautiful thing. Now this year was gonna be rained out, and you've been lucky in the past few years actually.
Do you know, last few years, no, I haven't. The last one we done was about 2 or 3 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it back. Sorry, my mistake.
So I've been unlucky.
All right, so this is even more of a reason then. His family have said, you know, this is important to him. Unfortunately, it's been rained out this year and even the last couple of years. So let us do something for him because he ain't going to do it himself, potentially. Yeah, because he didn't do anything the last couple of years. Right? And not anything I was invited to anyways. So so they said, let's do a surprise thing. Now,
I did do a little something.
Was I invited?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I come?
You did.
Oh, just wasn't that good then.
Yeah, I was at Got So.
That doesn't even count, man.
Yeah, I've got everybody together.
Yeah, fair enough. Big up SA.
One time.
All right. So your family decided to do something, and one of the people that they said, you know what, you get his friends together was a mutual friend that we know, and they hollered at me saying, listen, we're going to do the thing. It was very last notice. So I set up a group.
African time, boy.
Yeah. So I set up a separate group for surprises, for the surprise party, put all the information in, and then said, oh, you know what? I didn't invite Webslinger. And I said, because he's not in the country, what difference does it make? So this is a thing as well. If it wasn't for the podcast, I wouldn't have even invited you because this dude surprised us by coming from South Africa. Did we even mention that? That we didn't even know he was coming?
Yeah, you said that.
You said it.
So anyways, I've set up the group, posted the thing. Remember that, oh, you know what? We still have to record this podcast and we have to rearrange the time because it was allocated to be the same day as this surprise party. So I invited Webslinger into the group after I had posted all the details, just so we could talk about the podcast stuff as well without being in the group that Mr. Wolf is in. But unfortunately, he didn't get the message that, you know, it was something to do with his surprise party. So he's gone into our main WhatsApp group.
It's the longest story, bro.
I want to just ask, is anybody confused right now?
Yeah, man, let's tell them what happened, man.
I just got right to the last bit and he went into the main WhatsApp group and then mentioned, yeah, okay, this thing, when is it happening? Are we still doing the podcast? What are we doing it after the thing then? And you didn't clock that.
Nah, do you know why? Because
it was Webslinger, isn't it?
Partly
Jermaine.
Partly
It was only Jermaine talking.
Because he was in another country.
He just is random.
And I kind of figured it's difficult for him to kind of get with us and do this thing anyway, so I kind of ignored it.
Blessing in disguise.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, man, let's get into this podcast, man.
One time.
All right, cool. So
I got a random question later, though.
Say it now.
It's very random, right? If you... Okay, so we're talking about surprises. I mentioned, if you came and you had another man in your house, blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's say that your missus decided she wanted to surprise you with a fivesome, yeah? So, but the fivesome includes the next man. So there's 3 girls and 1 other man. Would you be saying, also on my side still, you're on it? Because you know most of the time if it was a threesome with 2 girls, you probably say, yeah, all right, cool, that's blessed. But it's a fivesome. So 2 man, you and another man, and 3 girls. Would you still be on it?
No.
Why?
I'm not involved in another man's dick being around me, bro. That's just me, innit?
I thought you were gonna say around your woman. You didn't even care about your woman. You just said around me.
Nah,
around here.
Around me, I'm not about that. But you know, obviously, you know that your woman is of the freaky nature in it. So the fact that she is setting this thing up anyway is not the biggest surprise. The surprise for me would be the extra man, because I would have told her from a long time. Not about that life.
Yeah, but it was for her, innit? She just thought, you know what, I'm gonna get my piece as well.
Even more so. That would piss me off.
Greedy bastard,
One
man.
time.
Webs, you're honesty. I don't even ask you stuff. There's no point even stop answering.
For me, that's a no. I wouldn't do it. Call me selfish, call me greedy.
Wow.
Why would I want another man involved?
I wouldn't want another man involved either, but I'm just saying the odds are actually... This is one time where you could say, you know what? She's giving me 3 women. She doesn't allocate herself 1 other man.
No,
but is that other man for her, or is it just for the other girls as well?
It's part of the party, man.
No.
How about you, bro?
I'm not doing that. You crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
I won't even do the threesome.
What, 2 women?
I wouldn't do it either.
If it's my actual woman,
No,
I'm not doing it. If it's a random woman, I'll do it. If it's my actual woman, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
If it's a random woman with the fivesome, I might even
do it. We know. But let's just say that you're about that life, innit? that you and
No,
your
I'm not doing
woman
it.
are about that life.
No,
you
I'm
know?
not doing it.
What if your woman just wanted to explore with another woman?
Then go away and leave me.
Would you keep her still?
No. I might then do the threesome though.
For those,
Payback, damn it!
And then you can leave.
you heard that tune "Tape You" by NERD. I just wanna tape you all night.
I never think I've heard it before.
It's basically about him getting another woman to
film.
and film him and his girl, and then for him to get involved.
Nah, I'm not involved, man.
Look at you.
Well, that goes to one of your questions, Webbs. Would you masturbate to your own sex tape? That is a question that he sent him.
You know what? I had a variation of this thing, yeah, right? Because that was for me. I was like,
I always like a dynamic.
I'm not gonna masturbate to my own sex tape. I'm not gonna do that. That's just not what I'm gonna do. But what would you do if you sent a sex tape, or that's a link that you was with, or whatever? You was with a link, right? And you
Just notice you just dismiss your question.
I know.
Just
Can you
I told
imagine?
you I wouldn't do it. I've already answered, but I'll give you the caveat now, yeah.
Alright,
So
let Mr. Wolf answer before you do
all
your
right,
question.
go. Sorry,
Can you
boys.
imagine? I just
Sorry,
come back
sorry.
as well.
Damn.
That's
Might have
ego. I've answered. Let me move on.
Yeah.
Forget the three other people in the room.
I have to call you down that underdog now, you know, or just
Jermaine is
Just
good
dog.
enough.
Mr. Dog.
This dog. Go on, Karen.
Just say yes and get it over with.
You know you want to say yes as well.
He would take good time to do it as well. And he would watch it.
no.
He'll come and call people to watch.
He would.
Did you say how I was stroking?
Mr. Wolf will take notes.
Who's actually had a sex tape here?
What do you mean had one?
Have you done a sex tape before? Hala?
Not an actual sex tape.
You get me? What then?
What do you imply by sex tape?
Digital. I have not done.
Man had a big video recorder on VCR, boy.
Have you? Are you saying have I ever filmed myself having sex?
Doing the thing, yes.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Steph?
Can't remember. If I did it, would have just been something like getting head or something.
This man never remembers anything.
Because my life is that fantastic. These things just fall apart and they just leave way
How
for
can you
the
forget
important
something
things.
like that, bro?
You must have. With that small camera, you must have done it at least once.
Nah, that's definitely not that.
I remember that camera used to have every time. Yeah, I remember that. There must be some good footage on there, though.
Yeah, there was. Then my virus came and ate up the computer.
Yeah, they had some good pictures on it.
Have you?
Didn't you save that though? Anyway, yeah.
I beg your pardon?
Have you ever filmed yourself having sex?
No. The correct question is how many times have you filmed yourself having sex?
How many angles? How many cameras?
Oh yeah, what is the most amount of cameras you've used at once?
No, there's only one. 3 times.
3 times in your life you filmed yourself having sex.
Mm.
Same woman, different women.
2 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've done, yeah? Let me tell you.
His eyes lit up.
Ron Jeremy in the building.
Let me tell you something. It was on the iPhone, bruv. You know what I mean? So, you know when you have those...
Which version?
The one that came out in the 80s.
Yeah. No, but you know those things that you attach to your windscreen, you know, in the car, and so it kind of holds the phone in place.
Okay, yeah.
So we're now in the bedroom. One time I was in the bedroom, I was in a hotel room. And you attach it to the mirror and you angle it so. Do you understand? And that's what I used.
Gangster.
This man was fully prepared for it.
One time. Yeah,
Did you do it knowingly?
Yeah, of course.
The man brought the card thing into the
No,
room
but
with
did
him.
she know?
Of course.
Oh,
she happy with
she's
it?
going to notice them sticking on the window.
Hey, some people don't.
Have you done it?
So you've recorded people without them knowing?
You get me? What's going on?
Oh my days, the actor.
No.
The actor.
No. Not at all.
Okay.
So where have you done it?
Yes.
Several times?
No.
How many times?
Once.
Did you enjoy the experience, both of you guys?
Yes.
I enjoyed the experience.
Does it make a difference?
watching back.
Watching it back or filming it?
Both.
I felt it was an excitement. It was good, you look back at the camera and thing, and
Did you actually do the look back?
Yes.
Yo,
and sometimes
so
you
vain.
kind of angle yourself and make sure you're not getting out of focus and everything.
Yo, way into this, bruv.
Wow,
Yes,
you
bruv.
made a whole production out of it.
Nah, what's the point in
This
filming
man
a
had an
thing?
intro, boy.
Called it a focus puller and everything.
Yeah. Sometimes we look straight down. I said,
we know
Look
somebody
at the
that
lens.
we know somebody that
look
made a
down
porno for a minute.
Look down the eye of the
yes, we
camera.
do.
That's what I told her.
Actually, know
Say
somebody
that
made
again.
a-
Say that again.
I told her to look down the eye of the camera.
Look right into the
Look in
camera.
the lens. Love.
Yeah. So imagine she's doing that,
Take it.
and then you're watching it back.
It's like she's looking at you.
Yeah.
Move your hair out of your way so we can see it.
That's what I'm saying. So You get me?
I would enjoy watching my performance.
You would like to watch yourself.
So I didn't say I would like to. I said I wouldn't enjoy it. I don't know if you
wouldn't enjoy it.
I'm not. No, I would enjoy it.
Okay.
What would you
So-
masturbate to it?
That I don't want to answer that question. I'm just saying I would enjoy
Man
watching
is
back
getting that-
a
The
performance.
Dax.
Dax should have.
The Dax.
Jesus.
It was the greasy.
Let these pubic hairs be
Be
shiny.
Bringing out the red fox. Industrial cocoa butters.
Oh Lord of mercy.
The Razak.
Man, don't go as far as getting at the blue magic.
Alright, so the variation I was saying about that, yeah, is that alright, so you're with this link, yeah, you've made a video and man say, yeah, boom, I was with this thing, blah blah blah, and they put in a group chat, yeah? Yeah? So they put
Disrespect.
no, it's not your girl in it, but
But still.
yeah, but you know, some man's put in a group chat in it,
Mm.
right? And then one
I
of them,
didn't.
a couple of days later or something, one of the man them says, yeah man, I whacked off to that video of you in the group chat.
Oh, God. Flipping heck.
What would you do?
Why would you even tell me?
What would you do? He just said it, innit? Nah, that video was bad, you know. I had to whack one out for that video that you put in the group chat.
When the girl's tits were bouncing up and down, you get me? I was
What would you
knocking one
do?
out. I'd look at the guy differently. You know what I mean? It's wrong, man.
But why is it wrong? Why is it wrong to look at? What, because he knows you.
Yes,
Because your boy's in the video, mate.
yes, because he knows you. Yes.
So it's different from was watching an everyday porn. So if suddenly a porn man that you know, you've been watching all this stuff. Let's say man like Lexington Still, yeah? You go to America. Lexington Still's your boy now. Suddenly you meet him. You and him are cool. Your brethren now. Blah blah blah. Could you never watch another one of his films again?
No.
You can never watch another one of his films again.
Nah, I couldn't.
Lie.
Nah. If we're cool, we're buddies, we're shaking hands, you know.
Would you shake his hand though? Would you hug him?
I'm guessing that he would use a lot of antiseptic type, you know,
should've.
hand lotion and all them things. Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't. I wouldn't.
So what is that? Can he be your brethren still?
Yeah, of course. I can
Do you
be
talk to
friends.
them? Do you
with
talk to
the
them
porno.
about it? I'm talking about the person that your boy.
Oh.
Do you have a discussion about that?
I think, judging by the people in the room, he would have got to run. You get me? People in the room would have run him and gunned him. And he would have known better.
No. Do you think it would have boosted your ego having another male saying, "Yeah, bro, you look good in that video"?
No,
Why is he talking about you?
that's what I'm saying. No, it wouldn't boost my ego at all. I would know that I look good and I'm doing good. So I don't need him.
That was a firm.
No, I don't.
I would know.
He looks at
Showing
himself in
that
the
to
video.
another woman and getting that from a woman. Yes.
So if one of your girls says to you, you put in somehow one of your brethren's girlfriends saw it, yeah, like your Cody girlfriend that we talked about the other day.
Bridget.
And I said, yeah, you know what? I masturbated to that video of you sleeping with the next
Now that
girl.
would bother me as well.
Hold on.
If it was the
female, no, not your Cody.
That's what he said, though.
No,
That's what he
your
said.
female
Your
Cody.
female Cody. Your brethren
Oh,
still.
my Bridget.
Yeah. One that you're not attracted to in any way, shape, or form, just your friend, says, you know what? Boom. I watched that video. I saw a video.
But why would you send that to your
I
female?
don't know how
Cody?
it got. It got to her, innit? It got to her somehow.
I wouldn't
And
feel
then
away.
she messaged you and said, boom.
It's a woman.
She messaged you and put the splash marks and said, boom, I was on that thing. Aubergine and splash marks.
It would bother Stavros if it was a man or a woman. If it was my Cody, if I was single and it was a girl that I had, she wasn't my Cody. Either I wouldn't even have to like her, but you know she wasn't. I don't see her as tight like that. Then it wouldn't bother me. But any dude, it would bother me. And the woman, if she was close, it would bother me, man. It's like, man, he's Cody, man. You shouldn't be there jacking off to me.
Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's the girl that she like.
Oh.
But still, I wouldn't want my female Cody seeing a video of that video of me. That's not your job. That's not your position. Because then what happens when you meet your wife, if you're single at the time, and you want to introduce her to this woman? She's seen me banging before. There's videos, you know.
Some of you man that introducing your missus to women that you've banged before. What's the difference?
That's different.
Which one is worse? Seeing somebody bang or actually banging the person?
Spreading videos and let's. I feel more comfortable telling my missus I have a friend who I've had sex with before and we've gone past that stage, than telling my missus there's a girl that this just sounds wrong anyways, that has happily watched videos of me with another woman and she's masturbated to it.
Would you actually tell her that she masturbated or just say that you seen the video? Would you go into that detail? That the girl bust nuts when she watched it? Your ego will probably make you sell her as well.
I don't know. I tell my wife everything, man, so she'll probably know.
Yeah, that webs.
That's good. I used to work with a guy.
Be careful what you tell him.
I used to work with a guy that his ambition was to be a porn star. You know, he was.
And he flopped, innit? Flop.
Well, I don't know.
Flop.
You know, I lost contact with him because he left to go back to Italy to be a porn star. He was an Italian guy, and I used to work at BAME, the very, very early stages of me working in that line of work. And all the women, black, white, young, old, all shapes, looked at this guy and practically got moist over him. You get me? And he wanted to be a porn star.
Did he start off as a gigolo?
I don't know, but he did turn out a few of those girls down there, mate.
He was a Rico Suave.
Proper Italian stallion kind of guy. Nice guy as well.
Okay, Webs, answer this before we move on to the actual topics that got we got to talk about.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Which one? You don't know about the man or the woman?
The man, I'd take a step back and probably leave. The woman, I wouldn't mind actually the woman. Yeah, why not? It's an ego boost.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes to the woman, no to the man.
One time.
All right. Wale posted a video.
Wale.
You don't like me.
Wale.
You don't like me calling it
Wale.
Wale. Wale posted a video on his Instagram of his 1-year-old daughter's
Birthday party, you understand?
Is this why you introduced the show today? Because I'm tongue twisted.
Was it a surprise birthday party?
Probably. She wouldn't have known about it.
Yeah. So basically, she was sitting in a pile of money.
How old is
And
she?
one
One year
first birthday party, and he the strapline or whatever the written thing across it was something like celebrating Nigerian style. It had a Nigerian flag instead of the word Nigerian. So celebrating Nigerian style, and people were, well, it was actually the young girls were throwing money over and picking the money up and putting them in bags. And there was a bit of a backlash because a lot of people saw this as stripper hole activity. And this is what you do in strip clubs. You throw ones at women, you throw bills at women, and you're teaching your daughter how to be a stripper. What kind of light are you showing your daughter in? What kind of path are you sending her in? This is disgusting. She's only one. Give her a chance in life, etc., etc., etc. So he's come back and said, listen, this is a Nigerian tradition thing. You've got it wrong. You know, this is what we do. It's called spraying. We spray money. I'm Nigerian. You know, my child is half Nigerian or whatever. So this is why I said Nigerian style. But still, the comeback was, doesn't matter. You're in America. That's not right.
You're in America now.
Now, the second part was that this has obviously been posted in other websites and they've given the story. When I've read some of the comments underneath this topic, you have the African Americans, people born in America that are black, and they're saying, well, you're in America now. What difference does it make? Like, stop talking about your culture there. You're basically you're American yourself. You don't claim Nigeria. All of a sudden now you want to claim Nigeria. And you have the Africans that happen to live in America saying, what do you know about thingy? What do you know about culture? Like, this is who we are. You know, just hold your own corner in it. Don't tell us how we need to do our things. This is what we do. You watch yourself. Then you have some of the Americans, well, if you never sold us, maybe we would know about such stuff like
wow.
this. I'm telling you, the comments went backwards and forwards, and it was like you saw the division between African Americans and Africans living in America. They still have an actual massive split, and I wanted to delve more into that side. We can talk about obviously the general topic first of all, but I wanted to talk about that split that seems to be in America with the Black Americans and how they feel disconnected with Africa and how there's an issue.
Caribbean, anywhere else, any other black people and Americans have a split. Americans see themselves. Black Americans are probably the only blacks that see themselves as I'm American. Like Black British always identify usually most of the time as from maybe whatever country their parent comes from. But Americans, they're American. They're American before anything else. That's how they see themselves.
African American.
No, the simple fact.
African American. I don't even know why they put African.
Yeah,
there,
the simple fact they
dismiss
put
it.
African American.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they don't recognize
They
that.
dismiss it. It's just so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's the most for me. It's the most ridiculous term for me because they just dismiss the African bit so much. Look at Mayweather. what when he was talking about Africa, and he was like, what do I need to do for Africa? What's Africa got to do with me?
What's it done for me?
Look, that's the type of mentality that they got. But then you got new things like with Beyonce and Jay-Z, where they seem to be embracing their African culture quite a bit.
What did Jay-Z do?
Like, don't you know? See, they had the little girls' birthday party, and they all dressed up in they all dressed up as Nigerian people. Like they had like Nigerian clothing and all of that type of stuff. And this wasn't even a theme party. It was just that's how they were dressed.
And also, he was behind the theatre showing
Fella. Him and Will Smith. And they apparently Beyonce's obviously now getting a lot of this Nigerian culture thing that she's doing. It's a lot of stuff with Lemonade and stuff like that. They're probably getting a bit more into their culture stuff now. And she got backlash about that as well. Gave her backlash about that. Why are you putting your child in Nigerian clothing? Blah blah blah. Why are you doing that for? And that was from Americans and Africans. And I was like, what are you? Why would you be upset with them wearing like African clothing? Why would you be upset about that? They said it's a fad.
I think it seems to just work when it suits them. Sorry, go on. You wanted to say something?
No, go on.
No, I think they pick up the culture and use it when it suits them. They put it down where they don't want it. When they feel like they're gonna get heat from it or backlash from it or anything like that. A lot of the African Americans learn about slavery and civil rights and everything in their schooling. They learn about their history more than we did in our schools, and yet they tend to deny it in certain aspects, and then they cling to it and claim it in other aspects.
They didn't learn about their history. They learned about slavery.
And
they've learned things like Africans sold you into slavery.
But
that is something that they sold to the black people.
But then in a lot
keep that division.
In a lot of American colleges, they do African studies. They do the studies of African history. Mm-hmm. They don't just cover slavery. They cover everything from the kings and the queens, everything like that.
Yeah, but that's people that decided to take that further education in that direction.
Yeah,
you could do that here. So in that sense,
they put that there, but they don't. It wasn't obtainable that easily. It's not readily available as it is in the American educational system.
I wouldn't agree with that. I think if you wanted to go and do African studies in London or in the UK, I think you can do it the same way you can do it in America. You just need to want to go and do it. Whereas in the normal schooling system, you get the same thing you get in the UK. If anything, your history starts at slavery. And then that's it. That's forward. Forward from slavery. Forward from slavery. Forward from slavery. That's it.
Did you get slavery studies in school?
Yeah, of course I did.
Did you? Mr.
No.
Wolf?
You didn't get taught about slavery at school?
Nope.
At all?
At all.
Wow.
I can't remember.
I didn't.
I did.
All I remember is the World War II, Night of the Long Knives and all that.
Yeah, we got taught about slavery. And
well, me and Webbs went to the same school, so if they didn't teach him, they didn't teach me either.
And in my primary school is where I got to talk about slavery, to be honest. And we had a lot of black teachers in my primary school, so they actually teach us about stuff before slavery, like the Benin Empire and stuff like that. So I got taught quite a bit of stuff. But yeah, slavery was in there, mate.
How many black teachers did we have in our school? I should remember one.
There was one buff teacher.
Or female.
No,
Listen,
man.
I have to question you sometimes.
Listen, I was listening to a podcast last week, and it was on this topic about is it Afro punk?
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah.
Where basically this is
that one in London as well.
Yeah, but this thing is that people go dressed up in dashikis and traditionals, South African clothes and Zimbabwean clothes and West African clothes, and you have the Africans that are upset with the African Americans for wearing clothes because they say they are appropriating our clothes.
Yeah, I saw that nonsense. Man.
Yeah, so they started asking questions to one of the hosts is Sudanese, and she was asking the Sudanese women, "What would you think about an American wearing this?" And it's like, well, I don't think I'd be happy with them wearing traditional Sudanese clothes because it's just a fad for them. Basically, what you said is just a fad. They're not wearing it because it means anything to them. They're wearing it because it's fashion. When this is our culture. This is so there is that massive divide there. The difference between people in the UK and the people in America, and we have to understand this, and this is where all of it comes from, is that the people in America are 5, 6, 7 generations removed from their ancestors in Africa.
That's what I was going to say.
Whereas everybody in the UK listening to this podcast is no more than 2 levels removed. So they know the person that came from Africa or the Caribbean into this country. Whereas in America, you do not know. So in our case, it's all our parents. So we know people that are, the generation just below us, and they're listening to this podcast, and it was their parents, so their grandparents. But if it comes to great grandparents, there's no great grandparent that's great grandchild listening to this. They're too young. And even if by chance the person had a child at 16 and then their child had a child at 16 and now they're 16 listening to this, their grandparent is still old enough to be eligible to be tell them, oh yeah, back home we did this, back home we did that, and we are taught the culture of back home from our parents. I always said in our house it was the Nigerian embassy. Once you walk through these doors, you stop being in London, you stop being in Hackney, you are now in Lagos.
Oh, yeah? You know what? That analogy is wicked, bro. It's just outstanding. It really is. When you are in your home, your place where your parents live and where they bring you up, that is practically Nigerian land.
Yes.
Do you understand? You come in, you eat the food. The culture is there. Outside, you still have to maintain a level of culture, but the second you close that door, you better be about yourself.
Even the temperature changes.
Yeah,
everything. Okadas are driving through the house.
even when we're collectively together. I was just telling Mr. Wolf, when I went to his surprise party before he got there, I can't understand Yoruba, but his mum spoke to me like I didn't understand English because she spoke no English to me the whole time that I was there before he got there. She didn't speak English to me. So I had to put the pieces together and figure it out.
That's your own fault, though.
About not understanding the language?
No. The reason why I'm assuming is because you came in a native attire. So she addressed you in native way.
Probably.
But I also, I prostrated and I responded in English, but I responded to her native talk.
Yeah. So.
Fortunately, I put two and two together.
From my perspective, when I look at, just going back a little bit, the Americans and how they kind of see Africans, they always tend to, especially in these films, they tend to make fun sometimes of African people.
African booty scratcher.
Do you understand? Even in some of the comedies, the way that they portray the African language or even the African person.
Slow,
like he's slow or that he's in education for the whole of his life and all of that kind of thing. You understand? They don't embrace it. And like what Webb said, it's like a fad, isn't it? Do you understand? If you can see that these people, and I think there are some communities and there are some people that are trying their best to understand their history, trying their best to understand where they came from, trying their best to embrace Africa and back home. That's fine. But then this example with Wale and his child, it just sums up maybe, I don't want to say the majority because I always like to have the idea that Twitter is not the majority of what goes on out there. Twitter and social media is not everybody, but I do believe that it represents a certain amount of people that put maybe a bad light on those people who are trying to do the right thing.
The problem I had with the Wale thing is the way that they were spraying the child isn't necessarily, especially in Europe, how we spray children or how we spray anyone, because they were throwing money on her. Whereas obviously, as you know, as a Nigerian, when you spray, you place the money on there.
You can people have thrown money.
You can throw money, but it's a new thing now. Before it was you place money on them. You place it on there when they're dancing or they sweat. You place it on the sweat. That's the whole point. They're dancing for the they're stripping money ready. You're dancing for the money. So you dance because you're enjoying blah blah blah. They will put the money in your body and they put in your body. They put in your body.
And they're celebrating.
Yeah,
it's a celebration.
Whereas with this one, they're the new flamboyant ones where they're throwing the money on top of them. Like there's some people where you go into parties. I've seen it and it just looks ridiculous. Where they just get back handful of money and they just throw it in the air. For me, that's like a dish. If you're gonna spray me, don't spray me like that. That's like a disrespect to me as well. I'm concerned. You just throw money in the air, like making it rain on me. That doesn't look like a stripper. Whereas
everything is a disrespect to you, man.
Nah, man, no. Listen, you wouldn't do that to a big uncle, would you? You wouldn't go and start throwing money on top of him like that. You don't do that. You place it
in the air or on top of him.
On top, making it rain. Say where that. What's the name? Tried to do to what's his face? Conor McGregor. He threw it in the air and throw the money on top of you. I don't agree with that type of spraying. But I've seen some new next level spraying. Like, I've got spray guns.
I might not do it to an uncle, but I'll do it to someone my age, mate. Maybe
you throw money on top of the air.
If I would throw it in the air, make it rain. If I had money like that, And Mr. Wolves at his party turned into, turn up now, we start playing the music, everyone's there in their native, and he's there in the middle, getting down, skanking to some song. And I've got the money like that. I had all this money. I was thinking I was going to give it to him one by one, but that man is skanking. And I just toss it in the air. That's a bit of fun.
Nah. You're not even supposed to do it. You're not even supposed to do spraying unless you're spraying pop Fuji music as well. Live bands. That's when you're supposed to even spray. Not even spraying for any type of Young Thug or whatever these people are playing to like, spray.
Yeah, I hear you. That's fair enough. But after the explanation comes, the man has come and he said, listen, this is my culture. What they're supposed to do is, okay, tell us more about your culture. Tell us this or tell us that.
They don't care, bro.
These people, they don't care.
They were telling them, you Africans, all you know is begging for money. That's what I saw on some of the comments. And then one guy said, Madness. Are you mad? The richest black person in the world is not African. This game was said it straight. The richest black person in the world is African. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. But they were like, yeah, but what about all the poor Africans I see all over the place?
Do you know what? When we were coming up, you would expect that Americans wouldn't necessarily know about Africa because it's far away. They don't travel. They haven't seen it. The stories that they've been told have all been misrepresented, and the stuff in the media is all just jungle stuff. Yeah, cool. But now, in the age of social media, and what I still know, prominent people, like I said, I listen to loads of podcasts, and I hear the very popular guys, the rich guys, and I was listening to one Memphis Bleak the other day with Charlemagne. All these people, and listen, you need to go. First of all, they say Africa. They don't mention they say the whole continent. They don't mention a country. You need to go to Africa. You need to go. It's completely different than what you think. And they talk.
To be
they
fair,
are all. These
they
are
say
people
about
that
everyone.
have money and influence, and they are surprised. They got nice hotels and they got roads in Africa, man. You need to go and see it. And I'm like, wow.
What the hell do you expect?
They expect jungle, innit?
They expect jungle,
That's still what they
animals
think.
running around and people with leaves covering their private parts. Ridiculous.
You know what? As bad as it might sound, I think something like one of these stupid reality programs like Geordie Shore or something like that. I think one of them for Africa or some of the countries in Africa might even be needed because they really think that it's just backwards stuff.
I don't think they think about South Africa. But
Maybe.
I think every other part of Africa,
because that's where the white people are.
every other parts of Africa, I think that's how they think it. So if they did like a Real Housewives of Lekki now, something like
a
that,
Real Housewives or something.
But they have got something like that.
but it wasn't a proper one.
They've got Real Housewives of Lagos. haven't
Nah,
they?
it wasn't a proper one. It wasn't proper. It was like a spoof. It was like a Nollywood film spoofing.
Yeah, but it's still portrayed.
No.
But the point I'm making that they didn't portray us as African booty
Yeah,
scratchers.
but I'm talking about do it by the same people that do Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Cheshire, Real Housewives of all of these places, and do it properly. Then you'll see that they got money out.
I'm just seeing they need to see both sides because even J House has just released a video set in Ghana.
Yes,
but
Ghana.
you see kind of like the streets of Ghana, and when people go back to certain countries in Africa, especially West Africa, because that's the part that you actually got to enjoy yourselves. That's where you're gonna have the parties and the nice food and all that stuff. The fancy houses is all nice and proper. You know, the fancy estates and areas is all good. But the parties where like you go over there for the parties and you enjoy yourself, and that's not usually in them fancy places. You usually have to kind of like
But
go.
the same if you went to New York, you would go to the hood to go party.
Yeah,
and
but
then
the
in
hood-
Manhattan is
the
where you
hood-
go to go and chill out.
The hood in New York is different than the hood in. So as much as we're saying, you know, Africa, parts of Africa is all progress, and even parts of Africa will be nicer than parts of America, the hood in Africa is going to be different than the hood in America.
No doubt.
It's still going to be as dangerous as each other.
But you will have like skyscrapers in the hood.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Whereas in Nigeria, you have dirt roads. You actually have the dirt roads. You have the bush market. You'll have kids walking around in shorts and no top. That's what you'll have in the bush in Nigeria. But those kids
You
walking
forget
around.
that there's certain people in America that's poverty line.
Yeah,
It's just like that, bro.
The
With
equivalent-
dirt roads. You have to remember
Yeah.
there's certain places like Michigan. What's the place
Michigan.
which was the place that don't even have water yet?
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Look, the equivalent to that is Skid Row, basically. Skid Row in America is like broken roads, dirt tracks, people just living on the street, robbing you for whatever.
There's still certain places
Yeah,
like that in
I mean,
America.
I
Man.
guess because it's balanced out, you see both sides.
Yeah, you see both sides.
Whereas when they show you pictures of Ghana and Kenya and Nigeria, they just show you the bush.
But do you think that this thing about him, the fact that they accused him for even saying that he's Nigerian, when man's blatantly Nigerian, is the thing that's taking a piss?
Yeah, his parents
I'm
are
Nigerian.
he's first generation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
You know what the thing I don't understand about it, so it just jars me. It's the misappropriation of the way the culture is set. Because we all know spraying is something that has been happening in our culture for years. That's been taken, bastardized, and then you see it in the strip clubs. People throwing money at women dancing and whatnot. It's another version of spraying.
Are you trying to say Nigerians started spraying in the strip club?
I've said that for a long
No,
time.
Not in the strip clubs, but
it was
in a celebration.
That context
One
was
started.
taken and just bastardized and used in that respect. So now they're looking at it
like it's this.
like it's a new thing that they're doing, and you're copying it from the strippers. No, this has been going on before stripping was invented. And even stripping
Yes.
was invented back in the
In
day
the
anyway.
in the Benin Empire that my man was talking about.
So what it is just misinformation, ignorance, and stupidity on the behalf of
Yes.
everybody that's going at Wale for doing what he's doing. He's being cultured. He's culturing his people, and he's showing his culture and celebrating his culture. And people don't like him for that, or people are gunning him for that.
Now, people don't like Wale in a bit anyway, so that's another thing.
But then that's just due to it's ignorance. You know what I mean? If we can't celebrate and be flamboyant about our culture and our history and our lives without people taking shots at us, I don't want to use fan language, but fuck them.
But I do, and I must say that we must understand why Americans are kind of detached.
Yeah, you understand, but get detached. I mean, attach yourself in it. Come
That's
on, man.
it.
Yeah, but it's not.
Exactly.
It's like they refuse to attach themselves to anything
Listen,
that's not American.
It's a lot easier for you to say that with your parents that fed you African food, played African music, dressed you in African clothes, took you around
I'm not
African
saying
place,
that they have
and
to suddenly-
even took you back to Africa.
I'm not saying that they have to suddenly
These people
get
don't even
involved heavily.
listen. These people don't even know. Let's say, for instance, you were born in America to American parents that had 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 someone back in Africa. Now, let's say you can't even trace which country your ancestors come from. You don't even know. Are you North? Are you West? Are you South? You don't even know. So then, what do you want to? What do you identify with?
Listen,
you just say, "Oh, well, I'm just going to pick anything.
I'm
or
not saying
or I'm
that
just
you
going to
have-
mix everything
No,
about
what
Africa
I'm
and
saying
just
is
mix it
that
into
you
one."
do not then have to then say that you're American, blah blah blah. So you now have to forget everything that you come from in your past if you actually know where you come from.
Exactly.
This is what they're trying to tell Wale
Yeah,
to
but-
do. Hold on, let me finish. So they're trying to actually tell the man who knows what his culture is to dismiss it because now you're American and you act American.
don't-
He's taking the piss.
Calm down.
No, they're taking the piss.
No,
They're
don't calm down.
actually taking the piss.
They are.
And,
Yes,
and as far as I'm concerned, if you want to detach yourself and stay away from what things that you may not or may not understand, that's your business. But when somebody decides that they actually want to go and find out, or they want to be involved in their backlog and their history, then don't tell them that they're American.
That's
and the
right.
same thing with the Africans that are telling these people don't go that you're appropriating our culture. No, they're not. They are African, so they're not appropriating anybody's culture.
And
They're
you know
following their own culture.
Carry on from the disrespectful thing about the stupid thing about America. They're happy to covet you as an American when you do something that sits in their bracket and sits in their comfort zone. The minute you step out of that and do something that's your own culture that you've discovered and found, they dismiss you as being American. They wanna crucify you. It's like it's one rule for them and one rule for other people. They have no level ground.
These
It's,
Americans are going to kill you and shoot you and do all of this nonsense.
Do you
to
know what? I think that they should know better. As far I hear what you're saying,
Man, I'm
Steph.
trying to unify us, and you people.
No,
are
no,
just-
no, no,
just-
no, no,
Bruv, the American police are killing them, black people, every single day, and you're still begging to be part of this country. Why?
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want you in America.
Because you sold them.
See what I'm saying? This is nonsense. They don't want you in America, so stop begging them.
And that's the thing, you know. If they can believe everything that they've been told, then it maybe sums them up a little bit. But they have gone through a lot, like what Stabber said. But they should know better, and they should go out in search of what they are, where they've come from. And then when you can see someone who's first generation that is doing that thing, you should embrace it. It may be different. We were talking. Someone was telling me about eating snails in one group. You understand? Nigerians eat snails. You understand? That's what we do. Sometimes we eat snails. We eat shaki. You know, but
Tribe.
I thought it was just the French.
see, now the thing is
Exactly.
that
The French is alright to eat snails.
That's
when you're
what I'm saying.
Nigerian eating snails, suddenly it's disgusting.
Eh.
suddenly it's disgusting.
Ban them!
Ban them one time. And
All
that's
you
the
American
thing.
listeners, we love you.
But the thing, you know what? The bad thing is, America is such a multicultural country. It doesn't even belong to the white Americans.
Exactly.
That's the stupid thing about
But
all
then,
of this.
no, but the
So
whole
when
thing
you
is
see-
about. So go ahead, Mr.
No. I was going to say, so when you see someone who is embracing their culture, embrace it with them and learn. But I always want to emphasize the fact that social media isn't everybody.
No, but there's a problem with this is this is why sometimes I can't blame American people, because the people that you're saying is very multicultural country, yeah,
North Americans.
yeah, right. This is the problem. All these multicultural people come and they want to be American.
Yeah.
So it's their fault as well. They're saying they want to dismiss their own culture and they want to be American.
The American dream.
Exactly. I want to be American.
And that is something that has just been lied to you about. Come to America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. No, it's not really.
Speaking of the Coming to America film, I mean, surely I know it's a comedy in that.
Yeah, did
You understand? But King Jeffy Jafar, has come as a king and he's got his prince, and people are living good.
Also,
man.
Beyonce and Jay-Z for Halloween, they dress up as.
And Beyonce.
But why did they have to do it for Halloween?
Because
they do fancy dress.
It's a fancy gesturing. It's not so
No,
much
but
of the
even
rich.
even
I
that
remember.
film,
Sorry, just a quick one. Beyonce, when she sang that Nigerian anthem, it was a wonderful thing.
go back to Coming to America. Look how this. If you think about that film, how disrespectful it actually is. He had to leave his whole country to go find a woman. He couldn't find a woman in his country. He had to leave to go and find an American one who's independent. So everyone in that country is no longer independent.
Now, the reason why he left is because people in America won't know who he is.
No, man.
Not so much. That's the reason why he left.
He said he was an independent, strong woman.
Yeah, but if he would have stayed, then the woman would have wanted him for his money as well, and who he is. Isn't it?
Whatever, man.
So
she still wanted the
give
money.
him a blind.
But that is also a lie against the country, saying that they're just money grabbers.
Why couldn't he go to another African country?
There was no. What country was he from?
It was a fake one.
Zamunda.
Yeah, exactly.
But why couldn't he go to
So
another
that's
African
why.
country? Why did he have to go clean to America?
Because
that's where you find queens.
Exactly. Nonsense.
And she was light skinned.
None of them know how to wear hair. Not one of them know how to put on
do we
hair.
prefer the darker one or the light one?
The sister.
The sister.
Oh, we know we always prefer the sister, man.
I prefer the
sister
one
was-
that he didn't take.
The sister
That's
was,
what everybody's talking about.
the
The one
sister
that
was a
he
freak.
No, not the sister. The one that was willing.
The
to
original one.
Yeah,
The one that was
yeah,
barking
the one that was
barking like a
me.
dog.
Whatever you
Whatever
like.
Whatever you like.
Shout out to
And
Simple
the Rose
Simon.
Bearers as well. I would
Oh,
have taken
The
the
Rose
Rose Bearers,
Bearers.
definitely, but the Rose Bearers were light skinned.
Man. No, they were brown skinned.
Some of them, one or two
I
of them were
don't
light
care
skinned.
what skin they
I
are,
like-
man. They're
I like-
black women.
I like all shit.
I would have
Brown.
taken the Rose Bearers.
Rose Bearers.
They were wearing gele properly.
It's when
What's
they
the Rose-
came up from cleaning the royal
Of course.
penis.
Once the Rose Bearers tell you your royal penis is clean,
I wouldn't want a woman to clean my penis like that. You know?
I would.
depends
for
on
the
how she was
experience.
cleaning your penis.
Huh?
Depends on how she was cleaning your penis.
No. I wouldn't feel
In a
right.
bath. In a bath.
I wouldn't
or
feel
in a
right
pool
if
like that.
somebody was just cleaning my penis. That was your job. I wouldn't feel right about that in life.
Yeah, but if you was brought up that way, you would.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck.
Yeah, if you didn't know any different,
Yeah,
That's what I'm
every
saying.
morning you woke up, yeah,
Royal penis
I'm not
under the
about
balls and
misogyny
all of
like-
them kind of thing. There.
easy.
You reckon the queen had a royal vagina cleaner?
Right, possibly.
Well, this queen. The thought of it is gonna make me pass out.
No, which queen? Oh, you talking? I'm not Eliza.
Huh?
Not Eliza. Oh, that's actually a question I wanted to ask actually. Because you know, in most, sorry, I know we're going off topic, but I wanted to ask. Yeah, you know that in most of the you go through history and whatever, you got them,
That's such a good segue.
you got the monarchs, yeah, you got the monarchs and all them stuff, yeah. And most of the monarchs, you got the kings, and they always have like a side piece. Yeah,
A chambermaid.
whoever they got side pieces, most of the kings and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
do you reckon Elizabeth had a?
And it's not even a good question either.
No, what do you reckon? Do you reckon that Elizabeth stepped out?
Of course, you got a side.
Yeah, and
of
he was
course.
probably black.
You reckon Elizabeth took black penis?
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ!
And she was upset that Diana didn't kill her.
Wow, she had
What?
Arab.
Because Diana got better black penis than she did.
She got Arab. He got Arab
She
penis.
got brown penis.
Brown.
So you're telling me you think Queen Elizabeth took black penis? It could happen though, because you know they got them undercover
Butlers,
things that
innit?
they did in the thing.
Right up the jacksies. Okay, so
Let's say Queen Elizabeth was taking anal. Wow, wow,
no, black anal.
black anal.
Yeah, I want picture it. Picture it,
It's
everyone.
like a porn
Picture
video.
it. Picture it.
And she filmed it.
Picture it. She was wearing the crown at the time.
Lexington still does Queen Elizabeth.
Give me those diamonds back.
Bitch.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Wow.
On Her Majesty's back. All right.
What guy, Joe? I'm sure it's treason, you know. Philip would get away. That's why Philip hates all blacks as well, isn't it?
He probably caught her, innit?
Yeah, and that's why he hates us.
Mm.
That his wife was getting
I know
down
Philip's
by
banging a black
Lexington.
woman as well, you know.
Talking about
Out of revenge.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bastard.
sorry. Talking about colorism. Have any of you heard of Gilbert Arenas?
Nope.
This dude is dubbing Lupita Nyong'os.
Oh, this dickhead.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's
yeah,
saying
yeah.
basically that she's
Too dark.
dark skinned women are not good looking.
Mr. Wolf actually commented on that picture. I don't know if you noticed it.
Yeah, I saw that you went there to go and add your 20 pence.
Yeah, and I tagged him.
As a woman, you should not be talking about these.
I can't remember what I put down.
This dude is I don't know if he's a basketball player.
He's a basketball player, I believe. He's a dickhead, though.
And basically, he had a very, very light skin. I don't know if she's white or what, but
She look ugly, though.
She's mixed race. She ain't no Lupita.
She wasn't stunning at all. She looked like she had
No,
been through-
she's not ugly. She's not ugly.
When I looked at her, she looked old, man.
She looks
looked like
old
she
in
had
the
been
face.
through a lot of pressures.
A lot of dick.
No. Why did it have to be about dick?
Because when women go through a lot of dick, sometimes you see.
What, he gives
on
them,
the other
he,
side.
he
ain't
gives
bad.
them, he gives them wrinkles.
You know, it makes them age.
Right, boy. She looked aged, boy.
But okay, in this day and age,
she looked not
I know.
good there.
I picked one good picture and one
He's a plum.
not so good picture.
Nah, man.
So, what do you think about colorism in this day and age? People, if you have a preference, have your preference. In this day and age, people still saying that dark-skinned women are not good looking.
What did he say actually?
And was it Kodak Black said the same thing?
But you say that, but yesterday I was at a comedy show and then people was like, anybody here like light-skinned men? Emptiness. Anybody here like dark-skinned men? Woo! So, the women are doing it the same way.
Colorism.
That's their preference, I suppose. They're not saying that light-skinned men are ugly. They're just saying that they prefer dark-skinned
Are
men.
they not Drake fans anymore?
No, Drake gets his own piece, man. He has to darken up to get more woman. That's why they call him soft.
What did the guy actually say though?
He's people tagged him because he's made comment about Lupita before and said she looks better in the dark. All right? Because
He said she looks better in the dark.
basically
He's
because she's
sensationalism,
got like
man.
a decent body in it, but she doesn't look that so good. So if she was in the dark, it'd be better. So then he could do his thing in it. Like she's not particularly ugly, but she ain't good looking. Why you keep telling me that this is, a good looking woman? She ain't. So he says everybody's saying her skin looks beautiful. How about her face though? Lights off. He said you'll tag me like she got face, like a facelift and went from a 3 to a 10. Nope, she's just a 3 in blue. This is a picture of her in the beach in a white bathing suit. So you're saying nope, she's a 3 in blue with some blue blockers on. This is no different than an ugly girl with a fat ass. I'd still beat, but just with the lights off. But she's glowing though, 100%. Thumbs up.
Nah. He's just taking
This
a
man's
piss.
an idiot.
He's a dickhead. He's an actual dickhead. And he's got previous, innit? So that's why we know he's a dickhead. You know when people just do sensationalism just to get in the public eye?
Yeah,
Even though
his numbers are failing, innit? So he has to come up.
He's a dickhead, man. Those are the type of man you just slap them when you see them, boy. You just slap the face of them, slap them mixed race, and then slap them back to black again.
Okay, would you have such an issue if, just like you said with the women and what they said about dark skinned men, would you have such an issue if it was the other way around? If it was saying, no, like what's the woman that Amber Rose way too light for me because she's African, isn't it?
Yeah, I have an issue with that as well.
Like, she's from one of her parents is from
Cape Verde.
Which
And the
is
other one's
West
white.
Africa. Yeah.
Did you hear what she said
she's mixed race.
on Drink Champs?
Yeah, but I don't see the problem with that.
You don't see the problem that she said that there's no good-looking girls in Detroit. There's not many good-looking girls like me in the whole of Detroit.
She said that I grew up in an area where women were not necessarily traditionally what you'd call
That's not how
good-looking.
she put it, bro.
See, that is. I just listened to the video all the way here. She basically said traditionally what you would call good looking, like traditionally good looking. There weren't many in South. Was it South Philly?
Philly.
Yeah. Like I was very lucky to be one of the beautiful women in South Philly. I'm not your typical South Philly chick.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Is like beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So someone.
I don't care what do people put so much emphasis on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
she said
So you look at someone like Jill Scott, for example,
From South Philly.
good looking woman.
Jilly from
Philly.
My missus don't like me talking about her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
You catch the side.
her idea of what is good looking is going to be different to everybody else. So I think it was irresponsible for her to say that. And going on to what my man said, for me, it just sums up part of Black America. We have a problem.
Hold on, so you're trying to say it doesn't spread out to the rest of the black
Yeah,
world?
because the Africans will tell you the same thing, bro.
and the Caribbeans.
No.
Well, the Caribbeans will definitely tell you bleach.
No.
Have you seen that video of the women in Vice? The white woman's gone to Jamaica and they're showing her how to bleach and how if you're not good looking, you must bleach. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And she was wrapping
This
herself
is how
up in
we-
clear
yeah,
film
this-
and
this
then
is how
putting
we be-
jeans on top.
Sums up Black America. Sums up a lot of the black culture that we.
Don't
It's
stop just dubbing the Americans,
Yeah, it's
man.
black.
Nah,
man.
got
The
that
colorism is
because,
blacks, bro.
because it's come from
And
an
UK.
American, and it comes from the it's in that whole big social media thing.
It does.
I know it happens in other countries.
It happens here in the UK, man.
I'm
No,
just
but
talking about him, and we've just spoke about the whole issue with Black America and them kind of dismissing Africa. And I sometimes believe that with all the issues that is going on in that country with the police, the system, and all of that stuff, and you still have people like that knocking and bashing an African woman.
Following on from
get me?
what Miss Wolf said very quickly, it is a lot to do with the American culture because a lot of us and most of the world grew up watching American TV. Watching
So
that
hold it, you're
culture and
blaming the
lifestyle.
Africans and the Caribbeans that bleach on the Americans too?
No, pretty much so.
I'll blame the white man.
That lifestyle, watching TV and the culture over there, they sensationalize and
He's
like
got a
light
massive
skinned women.
point. You've
I
got to
think we should
remember
say the
that-
media, bruv.
The media.
But the thing is that the entertainment capital of the world is the United States. That's the bottom line. People look at them through their music, films, and whatnot. Yes, Nollywood, Bollywood is fine, and Europe has got their thing and what have you. But the Americans or the Americas is the entertainment capital of the world. The first thing you hear, watch, listen, read, and most of it comes from over there.
So are you blaming the blacks or the whites then? Because the whites people run the media. So
I'm blaming.
So they're picking the light skin.
When you look at the bigger picture,
You look at any TV program in America back in the day, you would be very rare to see a dark skinned woman on it.
Yeah, but not the black person that said, "Oh, we want black women." A light person is the white casting director.
when you're looking at systematic power, when you're looking at the bigger picture, and my feeling with the whole conspiracy theories, they're not going to push a black face or a dark skin
Who
face.
is they?
The system, the American system.
So you're not talking about black
The
people
man.
there.
no,
This is my
but,
point.
no. You asked me a question. Do you blame Americans, the white America, or black? And personally, I blame both. But on the bigger picture, on the bigger scope, it's all to do with white power, bro.
Yeah, because you got to remember also the black entertainment culture and section, they were very submissive, and it took them a while before they were able to push the boundaries and get a darker skinned individual on TV.
Did all of you watch the Akon video?
Which one?
The one I posted?
Yeah.
About him being back at
Yeah, I've seen that.
See, for me, that sums up a whole heap of things, man.
Akon is gangster.
Because Akon was
Proper.
saying blatantly, yeah, we need to show these others, meaning the Americans, that Africans are not the way that they perceive it to be, right?
Yeah, just what I was saying earlier.
He was saying, boom. He said that when you go to America, because obviously he knows America very well, and he knows his own country very well. He said when you go to America, some of these stars, they'll be in a video with their Rolls Royce and whatever, and then go home in an Uber. He said when you go to Nigeria, South Africa, all these places, them man rolling with their car and roll home with that same car. Right? So he's saying them people are making money, but the rest of the world does not acknowledge that or see that because all they know about Africa is what they show on Oxfam and a UNICEF or
He
whatever.
said what Africa needs is proper branding. He said America is the best at branding in
Marketing
the world.
and branding,
Yes.
yeah.
He said they make it look fantastic. They make it look wonderful. They make it look rich. They make it look glorious. Whereas here in Africa, in certain places, you would never know that we have money. You will never know we're having fun. You will never know that some of the literally some of the streets is paved with gold. Yeah, you will never know because we have no marketing. He said we need to get together and market ourselves properly so that people want to come here. You know, most places. If you look at it, the most affluent places in the world live off tourism. They're the places that you as a person want to travel to. These are the places that make money. So whether it's New York or Hawaii or LA, it's places that you want to go to. And where in Africa do people want to go to?
South Africa.
That's the only place, and that's what you just said is that's the only
North
place.
Africa.
Yeah, Kenya and stuff to go hunting.
Yep, Cape Verde.
Who goes to Cape Verde?
Now that's a new spot now that people are starting to go to.
Yeah. I know one person that I know
It's
has been
cheap.
there.
You know, the funny thing is I mean, I'm in a few.
Plenty of process there as well.
Yeah, one time. The funny thing is, I'm in. Well, it's not funny, but I'm in a lot of WhatsApp groups, and
You do get about, don't you?
well, and we were just talking about tourism and where to go in Africa, and I was telling them about a friend of a friend who decided to go to Nigeria by herself, and even I was saying, "Do you know anybody down there?" She said, "Nah, I don't. I'm just gonna go." I said, "Wow, you don't know anyone, you don't know the culture, you don't know nothing." She said, "No, I'm just gonna go. There's somebody has told me about a few places, and I'm gonna go." And I thought, yeah, good on you. And when I told that story to them, it's like, where is there to go in Nigeria? Like, what is there to do? You know, is there anything interesting down there?
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I had to break it down to them and tell them about the culture, tell them about certain things, tell them about the Yoruba culture as well and how vast it is. And there's this kind of tourism page on Facebook that I sent in the group, and it shows them places to go, people to see, tells them about the culture, and some of the images and the pictures are just
Tell them
amazing.
that the prostitutes in Nigeria are the best looking prostitutes.
You know what? Like they do,
Probably.
They do things like Brit Jam here, where everybody goes to Jamaica for parties and stuff like that. We should be doing Niger Jam, bruv. And people should be coming to say, yes, we're going to Lagos for parties and whatever.
They did somewhere in...
They done that in Ghana, you know. Friend of mine.
West Africa. I know it's Gambia. I think.
Yeah, they're doing all these. Nigeria will be popping. Like,
Or Kenya.
good hotels as well. The ones that are expensive anyway, they're nice hotels.
No, you should do that.
Get apartments. You just do
And we know in
Airbnbs.
particular somebody who could do that as well. You remember Aquaba? That brother that used to take people to Ghana. It was a long time ago anyway. So we knew a promoter that took people to Ghana to party over Christmas.
Why not, man?
And you've got a good point. I think that you should try it out.
I don't like people.
You don't like to promote.
All right.
I don't like blacks.
Large up, oh man. Gorgeous. Obi. Do the thing, man.
All right. I'm going to give you a scenario. I want to know your responses. All right. There's a picture in front of me, and it's of a woman and two women looking quite down and out, sad, on the floor, and one of them's holding up a poster saying NBA Miami Heat star, mother of his children on the streets. And then the caption of it is, this is the former wife and children's mother, so baby mother, of NBA star Dwyane Wade. Right?
Oh,
She
wow.
received
Yeah, I've seen
$5
this.
million in a divorce settlement, and Dwyane got custody of the children. She is now homeless and requesting assistance from Mr. Wade. Should he assist her?
No.
Get it in the kid.
Hold on. Say it's her on her own.
Her on her own, he's got the pitney.
Well, he's got custody of the children. She's there with somebody else, but it's not his picnic, so it doesn't.
It's not his.
So,
Okay.
little brother ain't mine.
So let just little
Just
little
like
brother,
genuine.
Yeah.
So, what would you do? $5 million. In fact, let me just get this started. I can't tell the woman go to hell because obviously we loved each other at one point. We were married. We had children. She's still the mother of my children. So even though I have custody, she's still linked with this with my children. It's not that she's just linked, cut off. But so
Remember that he's remarried now, yeah?
yeah, he's also remarried
That's
to
another
the
problem.
beautiful Gabrielle Union. He looks much better than his ex-wife, but that's neither here nor there. I would have to help this woman, but she's getting bog standard basement, broken biscuit,
Hold on.
and well,
Do you remember the same question that we had the other day where the man's wife came to sue him again for money because she had her money was running out and she didn't want to work? And I swear you lot were saying, I'm not giving this woman a Ross.
I
You
remember that.
I don't remember what I said.
I remember you lot all saying that you're not going to give this woman a Ross.
If she said she doesn't want to work, then
No,
then
she's working. The money's not enough.
that's different. Then if she's got enough money to support herself, I remember the British man.
Yeah.
That the court said he had to keep paying her.
Give her more money, yeah.
Yeah, and in this case, if she has a job and she's earning the equivalent of, let's say, £2,000 a month, whatever that is in the States, so she has to downgrade her house because she lived in a fat place before. She has to downgrade her outspending. She has to get rid of her fancy car because she can't keep up the payments. Then so be it. That's different. That's what I got is that this woman has nothing. So I don't
But
know.
she had 5 million.
But she doesn't have it now.
But that's whose fault
Yeah,
is
but
that?
that's
I'm
the
not saying
question we
it's
need
not
to
her
ask.
fault. But the thing is, am I going to now punish my children
Your
because
children stay with you.
Yeah, your
but
children are
they-
fine. The
she can
children's
come
mother's
visit
got
us.
the issues.
Come visit us. When you get here, you bath, you go back home again.
The first question is, what did you do with that 5 million? Because if the lifestyle you had when you was with me, you don't have anymore, you need to change your lifestyle. I can't keep you in that lifestyle
fine, Rob,
because
cut
we're
that
not together anymore. That's not my fault.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
So that 5 million, you make it work for you.
Yeah, go on.
Invest.
You better find Rob Kardashian, mate. Because no way I'm giving her 5 million. I'm giving her already 5 million. You know, I didn't give her a half penny. I gave her $5 million.
Find a publicist, get a reality show
for the rest of her life.
That's you.
And
I don't know if you want a reality show though.
She didn't even need to pay for school fees and nothing like that. She's like, all this, I need to buy clothes for my children.
So she's trying to live a lifestyle that she was accustomed to when she was married. Nah, don't work no more.
That 5 million was for her. It wasn't even for her and the children. It was for her. And she managed to squander it, and she's on the street begging.
So, okay, I'm asking, what would you do? Would you just
tell her to beg? That's all. What do you mean, bro? You telling me that I should what? I'm gonna go and tell my new wife that I'm giving this old wife money again. Are you mad? You think I want these struggles in my life?
You're crazy.
What's these struggles in my life, bro?
I said tell her to beg, you know.
Nah, seriously. I gave you £5 million or dollars. 5 million. I didn't give you £5. 5 million.
I didn't give you £5. I gave you 5 million.
And you're telling me that you need more money again, and I've got a new wife. Do you think I want a new wife not to give me a vagina? Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose vagina. I'm gonna lose money. What are you? What benefit are you doing for me? You can become the house girl. You're gonna work for the money somehow because there's no way I'm just giving you money again.
You wouldn't want her back in the house.
You're gonna stay in one of the outhouses.
You know the outhouse is actually the toilet.
Yes.
Be like Jeffrey from
Fresh Prince.
From Fresh Prince.
But you can't stay inside the house.
Okay, so Stavros would try and help the woman out, and Wahala wouldn't, and Webbs wouldn't either.
5 million, and you squandered it.
Yes, you squandered
on what?
Where's your family?
You better keep them receipts and take it back.
Where is your family? No, where are they? They're on the street. She's there with her sister or somebody begging together. Foolishness. I was like, bro, I can't be having this, man. What kind of nonsense is this, man?
The man he's almost changing my mind, you know. He's almost changing my mind.
You're there with your family. Your family is not giving you money, but I'm sure when you gave them 5 million, you must have gave them a piece. So now suddenly when you're begging on the streets, why is nobody taking you in?
But here's the thing. Him as a NBA player, when he makes his money and everybody feeds off that and everybody is getting a piece of that action. So the family have made money off him as well as the wife. What the hell did they do with that money?
They squandered it.
That's what I know.
So they better all sit together and rub their hands together and make fire and make something happen.
They went to Nigerian parties and sprayed. That's what I'm saying.
They sprayed Wale's baby. That is it.
Mr. Wolf, what are you doing in this situation?
He's giving money as a father. He's giving
As a father.
No, but the thing is, first of all, I don't like the way how it was portrayed in the media, as if he's done an injustice. You know, the original headline looked, NBA's star ex-wife is out on the streets begging.
That's her business.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, the media have got their part to play as well. And in terms of, you know, this woman even allowing herself to be seen, is she not embarrassed, bruv? Is she not embarrassed? Is, you know, the whole idea that someone has given you enough money to last a lifetime and then some. She's just spunk that money on what? She's giving it to somebody, or she's actually lying. She's invested it somewhere and she's looking to mock this guy. So no, I'm not gonna give her nothing.
Is she a relatively good looking woman? Is she decent looking?
I don't even care.
She's not.
I think she's trying to
She's not ugly.
him.
Then she should be hoeing on the streets.
Nah.
Wow.
She hasn't. You know what? She hasn't lost the money. I don't think she lost the money.
Well, so another conspiracy.
I think that she's done something with the money. She's invested it somewhere and she's trying to take some more.
No, she's probably lost it.
I don't even think she's lost it or invested it. She's just keeping it in her back pocket and trying to get more.
No, I think she's lost the money. I think she probably tried to do something smart with it and lost it. Easily can happen.
Let's just
that's
give
your
the story
business.
that before he left the house, or whilst he was keeping her up, she had a car that, because these people don't like buying things for some reason. They're millionaires and they still want to rent houses and cars. I don't get it. But she was renting the house for $14,000 a month. She had a car that she was spending $1,000 a month on. And once she got a settlement, she continued paying these bills.
Like a fool.
Yeah. And then eventually it got to the point where,
Is this what happened?
No, I'm saying that from my understanding, or from my limited understanding of American celebrities and, you know, some of the rich people there, they don't seem to like to own things.
Just like what Akon said.
Yeah, they seem to
lease everything.
Yeah, they want to lease
rent
everything. Yeah. So rather than buying a brand new Bentley and then in 2 years' time that Bentley's old and they have to buy a whole, they will rather lease it and then when the next one comes up, continue this lease of X amount of money. So over the years they spend more, but at least they have the newest one, you know, every 2 years.
Suit these
They
days.
probably don't think it's gonna last long. Oh shit! I gotta run. I can't keep it.
My point is that she's spending money on expensive clothes, on expensive shoes and handbags. She's got an Instagram account. I'm just guessing all this. So if I'm wrong, then by all means holler at me on social media and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just guessing, or I'm just fleshing out a story so Mr. Wolf can give me an answer. So she's just had a lifestyle that she wants to keep up, and this lifestyle is expensive. And he must have been broken up with this woman a good 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Long time, man. She's a witch.
So maybe it's like £1 million a year, something like that, $700,000 a year. And that's what she'd spent every year until the point now it's over. Or she's just down to her last 100,000. And that's not enough to last me 3 or 4 months.
I don't know. I mean, Dwyane Wade, is he going to pick a woman who's whatless and who's stupid and who is dunce?
Yes,
someone who has got no sense of common sense.
It happens, bro. Anybody can pick a bad
That's
woman.
fair enough.
Do you think he's smart?
Okay. So he's picked a bad apple, innit? But are you that dunce that you're gonna have $5 million
Some people
and then
are just not good with money.
Okay,
or they just assume that this dude's got my back.
That's
or
fine.
They made a bad investment.
So then
the
punishment should be is that no, you don't get no money. And I don't know if she's going to take this guy to court or whatever she's going to do.
You can't take him to court. That $5 million must have been
the settlement.
But
she can still try again. They always try again, innit?
But one thing that Stavros has actually mentioned is that she is still the mother of his kids, innit?
Do
you understand? Hold on.
With you.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's besides the point.
So does that mean that this woman means nothing to you anymore?
Hold on,
no. But that's besides the point. The mere fact that this woman is still the mother of these children, I'm going to assume that she's still in their life in some capacity.
Come to the house.
I don't know how old these children are, but the mere fact that these kids may get word that their dad did not help their mother in a time of need, it's not a good look.
Has he taken,
in that respect?
Has he taken visitation rights away from the woman?
I don't know, but I'm saying that they could grow up
and know I gave her $5 million.
Yeah, but still, do you leave her on the streets though?
This is what I'm trying to explain to you.
We know that she's messed up.
But no, this is the thing, Mr. Wolf. Yeah, unless she is a proper orphan child, why is it now my responsibility to house this woman? Where is your family? Where is your family? I've given you $5 million.
The family is there.
Your
family
I get what Wale is saying. What he's saying is that, okay, you're a woman in your 40s, potentially. You've had your money and you've squandered it. That's fine. All good and proper. Go and stay with your parents. Go and stay with your sister. Go and stay with your uncle. And go and find a job. And work your way back up to a situation where you're self-sufficient. You don't have to live on the streets. You got family around you, especially like you said. It's like you said.
She's saying she's homeless.
Nah,
I think that's all part.
But
of
homeless doesn't mean you live on the street.
That's what I mean.
Look, if she's able-bodied, her mouth and her vagina works. Hoeing is a good profession.
You can't be hoeing, man. What's wrong with you?
What else you gonna do? What, you gonna keep begging then?
But she can't. We're not saying that she's illiterate. She can still read. She can still go work in Tesco.
She clearly doesn't want to do that though, does she?
So why should she hoe? Why should she have the hoe? Why is that the option?
Why is she begging?
I don't
know.
She's begging one man. The man who's gone in it.
Then she can beg next man.
So, okay, Mr. Wolf, you mentioned that, okay, the children thing, but you did say you're not going to give her no money. So which one is it? Does the fact that she's the mother of your children, you still ain't going to give her no money though? But you just keep that in the back of your mind and make you feel bad as you're not giving her money.
I think I may get softened up a little bit.
You were going to give her the money. I don't know why you even started off going on hard anyway.
No, it's not about going on hard.
You was going on hard.
It's not going on hard,
Then
but you got to think.
You
got to think about the children. I'm thinking about the children. I'm not.
But the children's with you.
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
I doubt I'd give her money.
That point.
So now you're not giving her money now.
No,
Forget
I
about
said
that point.
I don't know what the exact verbatim what I said. I said I'll sort her out.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
I said I'd look after her.
Stavros is saying something that is in my kind of in my mind is that you don't have to give her money.
Yeah, I could
You
give
could get her a house that has been paid for.
Yeah.
And maybe
it's in my name.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so you can't sell it.
And maybe pay.
So are you gonna say that?
Pay for the bills.
You're gonna tell your new wife, I'm gonna go buy my ex-wife a house.
Yes.
And pay for it. So you're gonna pay for 2 houses.
So you're taking money out of
I'm not giving them a massive mansion.
Give her a mansion.
Listen, I'm a multi-millionaire,
and I'm expecting my wife
to spend 200 grand on a house for her.
Mm-hmm. And I'm expecting my wife to back me.
And then why? Why would she back you?
Because
maybe this woman has caused these people extreme amount of stress.
Maybe
she was horrible to all of them. Why am I going out of my way to help her? Because sorry, as far as I'm concerned, if she's a witch, yeah. So I'm not helping her. So you don't know what she's done. You don't know
Where
what
did the
problem
witch come from?
I'm just calling her a witch. Because only a person could be a witch that can come on the street and be begging.
I don't agree with the fact that you think that she can read and do other stuff. Because if she could, she wouldn't be. She wouldn't be.
You really call her hoe? You really put
She
her
wouldn't be
at
begging on the streets if she could read and do other
She's
such
not
things.
begging.
She'll go and get herself a proper job.
She's begging him.
I think I would buy a. I think I'll buy a house.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, it is.
I'll make her live in a shoe like old mama Hubbard or whatever.
No.
The shoe. Because she's
I'll
taking
buy
a
a
piss.
house.
She's taking a piss.
I think she's taking a piss, and I've said that she probably has some
Go
money.
and stay with
You
your auntie,
understand?
man. Go and stay with auntie.
And yeah, but the thing is
Go help out in the
that
field.
if she has visitation, maybe the kids go there.
No, she wants to come with me now.
No,
If you
but
can't,
this is the thing, innit? We don't know what has been said in a court of law. Maybe the kids go there every other weekend or
Well,
every
there's nowhere
2
to go now,
weekends.
is there?
No, but this is the thing: is that you don't
Go to
want
the
your
corner.
kids to be going to any old house.
Yeah, she comes to us now.
Bruv, I'm being serious. You understand?
I'm being serious as
No,
well.
no.
If you have nowhere to go, then
No,
you
no.
must come to us.
No, it don't work like that though, bruv. If she's staying with her auntie in any old house, then the kids are gonna have to stay there as well.
That's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Go and
The
see your
artist's
family.
house is
I would
nice and
prefer
kept.
my children to be in a comfortable
If
environment.
she's able enough to come to the house to visit the kids, she will come
And
to
it
the
Anyone
house.
that's
it
losing
doesn't
5
have-
million, I don't see them as a
You
comfortable
know what?
environment
You know what?
person.
It doesn't.
I-
It doesn't have to be a mansion either.
I went on the internet just to find out when they broke up. So I was just did
7 or 8 years
a
ago.
search for Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, and whoo, I just come up with other information. But she was trying to. I think he lives in Miami. Obviously, he plays for Miami Heat, and I think she might live in Chicago. And she was trying to move the kids to Chicago, so you had to first of all block the attempt to move them from Miami to Chicago. Then apparently she wrote a book about their relationship or something last year.
She's an author.
Also,
so she's not.
she tried to get extra money from him because that was a $5 million settlement, and then her lawyer obviously advised her, look, $5 million is cool. Sorry, it was $5 million and the house, which I think was worth 10 million.
You see it?
Look
You
at
see
that.
it there?
She's a
And
witch, clearly.
so, well, I didn't realize she got the house. So she tried to take him back to court and say, listen, I should get more because my lawyer messed me about. I should never have settled for $5 million and the house. I should.
Okay, so that's the proper story. But what I said about a couple of minutes ago is that she's probably not lost all the money and that she's lying.
Would you still help her out now?
Well, with
Now
all
that
of
you
those,
know.
no, but with all of those things involved, of course you wouldn't. Not a single penny.
So their divorce was 2013. So it's not even
It's
that.
only like
4 years.
3 years ago, bro.
Come on.
So the thing is,
4 years ago.
she got 5 million. She got a house. She's an author.
A house worth 10 million.
So the book must have done well because everybody wants to hear stories about NBA players. So she got. We'll just say she's got a top
She's
selling
a
book.
419er, bro.
Come on, now.
She is a 419er. She's actually taking libbies.
That's the Nigerian police code for fraud, by the way.
Mm.
Damn. Okay. All right. That does change things. He gave her the house, whatever the family house was. She got it.
Hey, yo, because she had my child. My better girl.
All right. So this is the last quick one then, just before we leave. Let me make sure I get this dude's name right.
Ethan Ross.
Oh, come on, you stupid
She's a
lad.
419er.
Oh, can you imagine? I had this thing open.
Is it about the guy that's from the Cambridge?
Yes. So the Cambridge BAME. So what's that?
Black. Something.
And
ethnic.
he's ethnic.
He's one of them black leaders, black community.
He deals
leaders in Cambridge, man.
with the.
It's like the African Caribbean Society.
Basically, yes, in
yes.
Cambridge, yes.
Okay.
but also involving all the ethnic minorities.
Okay.
So yeah, black and minority ethnic, BAME. I should really know this. BAME, black and minority ethnic.
Group.
So he
You
runs.
know,
That is what you are.
He runs. He runs the black and minority ethnic whatever it is society in Cambridge University, and his name is Jason Osemedi Okundeyi or Dayi. Sorry if I got that wrong. Please forgive me.
Naja boy
So
himself.
this dude,
He's English, isn't he?
No, not you.
this
Oh,
dude.
I'm talking about
um,
stuff. Can't pronounce it.
Well, I can show it to you. Please read it for me, better. It's right there.
Karen talking though.
No, read it out. It's there, right in front of him. Jason is the first part.
He can't even see. Look,
Look at the confusion on his
No,
face.
it's
Hold
not
on.
a confusion.
He's like,
It's
what
the
is he
brightness.
doing?
Maybe I need the
He's
glasses.
holding it with one hand and touching it with
and the phone is so far away from his face. I'm trying to
It was his birthday. Come on
So you
now.
had to squint a little bit. Yeah, it is Osemedi. It's Osemedi Okundeyi. Yeah.
Well done.
Welcome,
Congratulations.
I'm waiting for,
All right, so
for Mr.
recently
Wolf
we
to pull out glasses and put it on the tip of
Yeah,
his
your
nose.
nose and look over it. Yeah.
we didn't
God
speak
forbid
about it
bad
last
things.
week, but there was a situation in Hackney, Dalston, London last week where was it 19-year-old,
20-year-old.
One of our brothers got killed by the police. Yes.
Damn,
Are we saying that the police
I
killed
wouldn't.
him?
I wouldn't put it
Yes.
like that.
Why are we saying the police killed him?
Because they would, if that was the fact, they would never put it out there anyway.
My thing is very controversial actually with this thing, because
Maybe we'll talk about it next week, mate.
No, let's talk about it now.
because we'll end up going in for a few hours.
I'll talk about it now.
So-
next week is gonna be a dead story. Talk about it now.
all right, what's happened is there's a dude that was on the run from the police. The police were chasing him. He's gone into a shop, and it seems even the people that are backing it we kind of all agree that he seemed to like ingested some drugs because he knew the police had trapped him in the shop, and rather than get caught with the drugs, he put it in his mouth. The policeman caught up with him, and it looks like he tried to get the drugs out of his mouth. It seemed like he's assumed he swallowed it, and he's tried to get it out. He's wrestled the man to the floor, got him in the headlock, and it looks like he's trying to get something out of his mouth. What's happened is the man, unfortunately, had died there and then.
No, he died an hour later.
Okay, so he choked and died. We believe because
That's what they said.
there's been no autopsy.
Why?
Well, no, or if there has been an autopsy, we haven't received what's happened yet because I mean that stuff does come out, but it takes a few days. I guess you don't do autopsy just like that. Well, anyways, so dude chased by the police, died within
An hour, I believe.
an hour of being caught, apprehended. There's CCTV of him in the shop being wrestled to the floor. All right. There's been a bit of protest about it. Obviously, the UK Black Lives Matter and the family of this man have got involved, and they're saying it's murder by the police. Mr. Wolf agrees. Stavros is not so sure. I'm actually giving benefit of the doubt in this situation, basically. I'm not saying it is one way or the other. I'm just giving benefit of the doubt. And there were riots in Dalston, the area that this thing happened with, a few nights ago.
Taking
Now-
off.
For people that don't know the area, which is many of you, Dalston is a part of Hackney, which was, or maybe still is, the poorest borough in London. It has a very...
When was Hackney the poorest borough in London?
it was. Hackney was the
Back
poorest
in the day, long time.
borough. No,
ago.
not back in the day. No. It was the poorest borough in London.
When?
I don't want to get... I hate what this...
Alright,
conversation-
alright.
Unless
Don't worry.
you're telling me I'm wrong, because
I think you're wrong.
you've
I
I think
researched it.
you're wrong.
No, this is something I know. This is why
Okay.
I know. I'm not as I
Continue.
assume.
Continue.
Alright? I knew
Up
about my
until
borough.
5 years ago, whether it still is now is still debatable.
Which is why I said it was, because I
Okay.
don't know what it is today, but I know that it was. It was the poorest borough in London. It has a very high level of ethnic minorities, or minority for this country. So there's blacks and there's Asian. In fact, you can walk down Hackney and not see many white people. It is that much of a multicultural borough. But Dalston, and in fact, most of Hackney now has become, what's the word they use?
Gentrified.
Gentrified.
Yeah.
James Brown. It's become gentrified. So now you're having these hipsters and, affluent white people moving in, and the houses are being built up that the people that lived here can't afford to live in, and they're being kicked out of the area basically because they're just being priced out. And you're getting a new... Have you found anything, Wale?
Yeah, and most of them is not saying Hackney's number one.
That's now, though.
1995 I'm looking at now, yeah? So 1995, would you have said they were the poorest borough? Or would you have said that?
Continue.
Because they're saying it's not. They're saying it's new.
Okay. All right, fine. Thumbs
Oh,
up.
my borough, damn it.
All right. So basically, it's poor borough, and then recently, within the last 4 or 5 years, the people that have been moving into the area don't look like the people that lived here. Now, Dalston is one of those areas that was one of the most grimy parts of Hackney, and it is flipped quite a lot dramatically to become one of the areas that is most trendy. And if you know what trendy means, you know what trendy means.
Not trending.
No. So this is where the protest took part a few nights ago. It kicked off at night. It was more or less cleaned up by the morning. But during the night, things were thrown at the police. Cars were set on fire. Roadblocks were like makeshift roadblocks with dustbins and whatnot were set on the road to stop cars from getting through. And riot police came out with horses and everything. So that happened, and you had a lot of social media rhetoric where people were like, "Oh, these people that moved in Now they really see the real Hackney. Yeah, all these hipster white people. Yeah, they really see what this is what you moved into. You can't run away from, or you can't just come and change this area. The locals are still here, and we're still ready to back it when need be, because our people are still getting killed here, whilst you're there trying to drink beer from jugs of bloody jam.
I got jugs.
Jugs of jam.
Yeah, you know, talking about the glass that look like jugs. I bought some the other day.
To drink from?
Yes.
Beer.
You bought the jam jars?
Yes. I'm gentrified.
Are you being serious?
I bought some of the jam jars, man. I like them. I actually like them.
This dude's gonna twist his moustache any day now, man. And start wearing Vans.
Yeah.
Skinny jeans coming any day, anytime soon. So what's happened is that this dude now that I'm talking about has sent out his own tweets saying similar things, saying things like, watch these middle class white people despair over black people protesting in their colonized Dalston. Is absolutely delicious. And that he said all white people are racist. White men, white women, white children, they can all get it. That's what he said.
That one of the areas was the deep thing where he said they could all get it. I was like, ooh, come on, bruv.
He said all white people are racist. Yeah, all of them. Black men, women, children, they can all get it. So Katie Hopkins has...
She's in hospital today.
I think she's out. But anyways,
the woman who recently got fired from LBC.
Yes, she might as well be the poster child for alt-right Britain.
Horseface.
Yeah. So she
just like Harry Kane.
She posted posted a lot of this dude's tweets and the articles that were put up in the Daily Fell. And this dude got bombarded with like slurs, and like I don't follow the type of people that deal with this type of thing, but it was all over my feed, man. And I went to his page when it first happened, and he was joking about it because his profile picture didn't show his face. It just showed his torso and his bum, and he's like, well, at least my bum is getting out there. They're showing off my wonderful black bum or something like that. 2 twos when I went to check it today, profile set to private.
Yeah, because they were saying they're going to get him out of Cambridge.
Daily Mail posted like 12 pictures of this dude, side profile, face posing in front of the Louvre in Paris. So they went in on him. And he just got it. So what do you think about this? First of all, we'll talk about the backlash to this, because I don't agree, because there were a lot of tweets, a lot of people saying, good, these white people in this area, forget the riots, you know. People didn't worry about the riots. There's so much of good. These people that have moved in, now they know what it's like.
And the thing about it, you're saying white people. It wasn't just, because a lot of white people were saying it as well. I saw white people saying, good, these mans that have come to my runner and gentrified it, blah, blah, blah. They were saying the same thing. Because you have to remember, Hackney, as you said, was a poor borough. It wasn't just blacks. There was whites in Hackney as well. A lot of them that were the poorest.
Hackney was a proper community. Anyway,
yeah. So them mans are saying, well, we used to live here too. So now you people, what do they call them, like a rich word, like a Cuthbert or somebody that's come and live here with your money, you can piss right off now, because when the war comes, right, what you did? You're not doing anything. You're not ready. You're crying from your windows, because you could see a lot of people filming from their windows saying, oh my God, look what's happening in Dalston. And the people that's from Hackney are like, this is Tuesday, bruv. You know what I mean? This is how we used to kick off back in the day. It was no problem. I used to say one time, and I used to say this before, I used to not be able to sleep in Hackney unless the helicopters was going around and thing. That's how much you used to hear helicopters in Hackney. Every single night, you would hear a helicopter. We used to have an old woman across the road that used to scream when the helicopters was going around the house. And did she not scream every day?
Yeah.
Because helicopters were there every day.
Yeah. There was a rumour that the police, this was a white woman, there was a rumour that the police killed her son. And so whenever she heard the police helicopters, she would hang out the window and start and scream like basically insulting police. And this was an old white woman.
I remember that woman.
Yeah, they called her Miss Marple for jokes.
Yeah, man.
That's why I hate the police.
That was a
she had a song.
And then she said, "Murderers of Britain, murderers of Britain." Look, she was a prophet, mate.
Yeah.
She was a prophet, because she used to scream out, "Murderers of Britain, butcherers of Britain, bloody bastard police." That's what she used to sing.
Did they take her out?
They heard her. No, she might be dead by now.
She was.
Did they take her out?
Nah, I don't know, man. You might have, you don't know. But trust me. And she used to do it every day, because the helicopters used to be around every day.
It's true, you know.
So
it's true.
that's how Hackney used to be. So now when Hackney's kicking off because one of their owners been murdered, you lot want to go like to say that it's something that you don't understand. They're like, oh my God, oh my God, there's riots outside in the streets.
Yeah, but are you happy about that? Because I'm thinking there, innit? That's just bad mind.
What? I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
But that's what people are saying.
But I'm saying
they are saying I'm glad they got to see this. Rack off out of our ends.
No, I think they should piss off at the ends. No, I'm not. They should piss off at the ends.
So rich people can't live in Dalston.
If you can come and live in Dalston, yeah. But what you did is not just live in Dalston. You changed Dalston. Dalston is not a place that I want to go and frequent anymore because it's not the same Dalston anymore. It's a shambles now. Man's walking down the market and there's parties.
You know what? Yeah. After we recorded one of our podcasts about 5 or 6 weeks ago in Hackney, and I was dropping one of the members home, and I was scared that the police might catch us because this is what actually happened. We drove through. I'm baiting myself up. This is bait book right now. What I'm doing. We drove through the market. And in the market, in Dalston Market now, there's this trendy pub that's open there in the corner.
Yes, I know that.
It's so annoying for me. Anyways, basically, we drove through. We recorded late. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's just bare trendy people standing outside. And they're getting in the way of the car. And usually at 1 o'clock in the morning, you can zing down the market because it's closed. And I rolled the window down and I screamed, "Go back where you came from." And I zigged off in the car. But the thing was, as soon as I turned the corner, as soon as I came off the market, there was bare traffic. There were makeshift lights, and I was just sitting in traffic for like minutes. And I was thinking, boy, one of these people could call that a hate crime and call the police on me, you know.
Yeah,
but
well,
I told them, go back where you came
nah,
from.
man, Hackney's not where it used to be no more, man. No bakery, no nothing. Come on, bro. It's not the
Even
same.
Mr. Bagels is changed.
Yeah.
It's a pit hole, man, there now.
It's like what the Borg did. They reassimilate and change everything.
Bloody prawns. It's the prawns that have come and taken over the country.
I don't know, man. But for me, I get why the people are pissed off. And he took it a bit far when he said that the kids can get it. After I said you took it a bit too far. You could have said that you think white people are racist. But as soon as you put the kids can get it, I'm like, come on, bruv. Like, you don't have to be saying about that's almost incentivizing people to then, do something to the children, isn't it?
That's the thing. That's what Katie Hopkins was saying. She said if I said something like this, it'd be all over for me, innit?
Yeah, it would.
But this dude can say, whatever, black, white people can't be racist.
Yeah.
Essentially, though, if the parents are racist and they're teaching that to their children.
Nah, if you should say that if he said everyone is racist, white people are all racist, sorry, men, women, children, all racist, fine. Then he said they can all get it. What are they gonna get? You know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna say? When you say somebody you're gonna get it, I mean you're gonna give them a beating or a killing, innit?
Antagonizing violence.
Yeah, so
which is fair enough. I mean, I think he went a bit too far with that, and she
all
kinda,
white people are racist. She middle
proper
class.
strung him out to dry. She strung him out to dry. And, I don't know. I kind of get why he went there, but I think the way that he said and what he said was a bit much.
yeah, but I still agree with what you're saying with the gentrification. Yeah,
Yes.
You went to go to Hackney. You went to go and change up the thing. You went to go to everybody that you live in this Hackney. You want to go tell all your friends that it's trendy or whatever. But when things want to get turned up now, you want to be going on like you don't understand. That's Hackney. That's Dalston. That's for damn sure.
You know what?
Plants
Yeah,
in the market. The type of ones that throw away plantains, send the bananas in sport. Bastards.
it's a shame you think like that because you would want. We're just talking about having people come into African countries for tourism.
Mm-hmm.
And we're saying that, well, sometimes things get a bit grimy in certain areas. Are you saying, good, this is what it's like, innit?
No,
Go back where you came from.
I'm saying-
you told you to come in and
I'm
spread your money in our area.
There's no problem.
Is that
spending
not
your
what
money.
you said when you drove through the market?
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying you're gonna come to the Hackney, embrace Hackney, innit?
Don't come at
change
me
Hackney.
with common sense in the future. Don't do it again.
Don't change the manner. If you want to invest in the manner, I get that. But you're trying to invest and kick out the people that are already staying there. Gentrification doesn't mean that things get changed. Gentrification means that things get changed and the people that were there beforehand gets removed. So that's my problem.
Yeah, but that's not the residents. It's the people that it's the council, the people, the powers that be that are doing.
Yeah,
it.
it's not their fault.
You say it's not their
It's
fault,
not the
but
residents
there
itself,
are
is it?
people that residents that come there and tell you, I do not want these people around me. You need to do something about it, or I will not invest in your area. There are people that do that.
Yeah.
So don't put it past these people to say, yes, we would
I
like
would
to
go with
invest
that.
in Hackney, but you must get rid of the riffraff.
I will go with that.
Ban
Okay.
fire on them.
All right.
In terms of all them being racist, I think I mentioned something relating to Sister Soldier a few episodes ago, and for me that was quite poignant. It's all about power.
Okay. So Rashan Charles, he is the young man that got that died in Dalston. So we'll post maybe we'll post the video on social media. I don't know.
I don't want to post a man.
It's so much of these kind of videos and things out there. I don't know if you even want to post it, but you know, I posted it on my own private social media, so you can check that out if you look far back enough on mine. Mr. Wolf, you reckon that he was just straight up murdered by the police?
Yeah, you know, I see him as, you know, not everyone that we associate as family is good, you know, but I would still count him as our little brother that got killed.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
If you was a policeman and you was chasing an
I would
assailant,
never be a policeman.
but if you was and you was chasing an assailant, yeah, and then you see them try to put something in their mouth, would you try to take it out of their mouth?
Maybe, maybe not. It depends. I think that there's a way that it could have happened without the guy dying. And the way that the media, the way that it's been portrayed is that he died as a consequence of him putting the thing in his mouth. Now, my thing is that if that wasn't the case, there is no way in hell that they're going to portray the fact that the policeman killed him.
Yeah. For me, if it's a case that he died because of the thing that went in his mouth, own fault. If he died not because of that, then it's the police fault.
I don't think it's his fault either.
Because if somebody's chasing you and you put something down your mouth and that drug bursts in your stomach and that's why you died, then it's your fault.
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't know? You put something.
No. But this is the thing: is that they say that he died.
Don't forget they say
from suffocating.
If it happened, yes. If you put it in your mouth and you started to suffocate. Now let's even say the policeman was holding you down, trying to restrain you, and you were like, I can't breathe, and he just didn't believe you.
Then that's the police fault.
And apparently that's what he was saying. I can't breathe.
That's because you put something in your mouth, you idiot.
No, because there was another police officer who had his knee
on the back.
right on his back. He was flat on the floor, and then he had the other one putting his finger right through his mouth, and he couldn't breathe. So it's the way how you want to interpret it. And the way that I see it is that there's a lot of stories like this. I think about a month ago, there was this Portuguese man that died as well, you know, and
that one was even worse. They broke all his bones.
And this is the thing, is that the story that they will put out will give the impression is that is the fault of the person
that's
that
the
died.
media for you.
That's just the way how the
spin.
media, and I'm not buying it. As far as I'm concerned, he got killed at the hands of the police, and we will never know the truth.
I think it was you, Mr. Wolf, I was talking to, where I said, you know, because I've seen things firsthand. I've had to work with police, and I worked in a situation where I worked with the public, and sometimes when you catch abuse from the public, the police were around to assist you. Mm-hmm. So there was a colleague of mine that got abused from a drugged up man. He was fully off his head, and he hit this woman, or he did something to this woman. And so the police and all of us, we chased him down, and they got him. And because he was so high, he was so strong, he was fighting off five people, yeah? But the way they pinned him down was very similar to the way this man was pinned down. It was more people, actually, than just the two. It took more people. I was standing there looking at the time because there's so many people on top of him. Even though he was knocking him off, there's so many people there. No need for me to jump on top. But they were holding him down. Fair enough. If this person got hurt to the point where he couldn't breathe anymore and he died, I wouldn't have blamed the police, you know, knowing that he had done something, ran away, got caught, and whilst they were trying to put the cuffs on him, he was fighting them, and something unfortunate happened. I wouldn't be like, well, it's their fault. They shouldn't have pinned him down. It's like, well, if we didn't pin him down, he would have gone. He would have been gone again. You can't just say, well,
I can't breathe. Do a certain way.
Yes, all right, stand up then, and he's gone again. Let me chase him again now. It's not that easy. I think we look at it sometimes. It's just like, yes, because they have training and yes, they have a badge. That it's like they're Supermen. And once me as a grown man find another, goddamn,
yes,
find another man. Well, that's the devil telling me, shut up.
That's right.
Shut up.
Who told you to swallow that?
Yes, me as a man, just find another man, and damn, he's gonna cough again. And I can't. Well, I have to pin you down, innit? We're both of similar kind of like strength.
I think that sorry, Wahala took the words out of my mouth. These people are professionally trained to deal with this kind of thing. Do you understand? So if they're professionally trained and then they do not apply their training properly. Because in my line of work, if I don't apply my training properly and something fucks up, I can get fired. And these people are applying their so-called training and people are dying, bruv. Not, this is a life lost. A young 19-year-old who finds himself in the wrong crowd or whatever. He's in a gang or he's doing whatever. But it doesn't mean that the guy's life has got to go. Yeah, and that's the way I see it.
You do have to question whether the police use excessive force, because in that video it looks like excessive force.
Where's the tasers? You get me?
If they taser them, you might have the same reaction though. If he swallows something and they taser them,
I think they would have found it easier to restrain him and to cuff him and to do all of those kind of things.
Possibly, but then if he bit down on the thing that was in his mouth and again the drug went into his system, he could still die. Either way, in that situation, it's one of those ones where could it be a case that they've murdered him? Yes. Could it be a case that it's his own fault? Yes. It's one of those back and forth until you actually know. You don't know.
But once you watch that video,
point is that you will never know. If it was the fault of the police officer, you will never know, and it will never come out.
So what you're saying is that you don't give the police the benefit of that.
No,
because I'm thinking, if the police are doing their job correctly, you kind of have to give the policeman the benefit of the doubt.
What my problem is,
how do you ever know that the police are doing their job correctly?
Well, you don't.
My problem is this. My problem is not necessarily people saying that the police have killed them and blah blah. If they want to think that, that's fine. But people are complaining about the fact that they were actually chasing the man to apprehend him at something. Like, why are they trying to apprehend him? I'm like, the man's clearly shot him. That's why he's put the thing in his mouth. You know what I mean? Why are you not complaining now that when they try to arrest the man? Of course they're going to try to arrest the man.
Because they don't know that side of the story. That's why
they know it. No, but they're saying why they're like you. That they were too forceful with him. They were blah blah blah. But why did they try to arrest him? Why didn't they just leave him? But I'm like, what do you want to do? No. The man's putting the evidence in his mouth.
Was it you that said if he puts it in his mouth, then just let him swallow it? It'll come out the other end.
No.
Who was I was talking to? Somebody told me this is going to come out the other end. Or maybe it was in our WhatsApp group.
It's
going to come out the other end. And I was thinking, hold on, you can only hold somebody for 24 hours. If I just refuse to pass solids, then that's it. You have to let me go. Because you have no evidence.
And then he could still die again because he ingested this thing. And then again, they're going to get done because he died in police custody. Either way, what happened was a stupid thing to happen. If he didn't swallow the drugs, they may have just arrested him normally, but you don't know. He may have swallowed the drugs and they still would have beat him to the floor and jumped in it, but you do not know.
And we're all assuming that it's a Class A drug. It could have been weed. So, if he's swallowing that and it bursts. Or
if he's doing that for just weed, boy, I don't know what he's on, bruv. Because weed is not even a class C drug now. You don't even get nothing for weed anymore.
No, but you do have police apprehending drug dealers. People that sell the weed. There
is so many variables to this story because, like I said, even if it was weed, you might just have a hotshot newbie on the force trying to earn his stripes. It could have went that way. There's so many variables to the story. We will never know the truth, and even if the independent police report comes out, things will be redacted, things will be covered up, and until the coroner's report comes out, we won't know the whole situation, and even if that is shown to us.
And the thing is that when it comes to the autopsy, used to say that that's going to be the truth as well.
Exactly. The racism came out though, boy. Racism came out in full. Look at the blacks. You can't see that somebody's done bad, and the first thing they want to do is protect the blacks themselves. They don't care about blah, blah. I was reading bare stuff. You're complaining about the police, but if you black people behaved yourself, you won't have this cabin. Like,
as if black people are the only ones that do that kind of thing.
But this situation really brought out a division again, similar to where we started off with between blacks and whites in this country,
and blacks on blacks actually with this one.
Why?
Because there's a few blacks that were saying the man was shot. Like there's some blacks that are saying blatantly he was selling whatever he was selling. He tried to swallow the thing. They tried to take it out. He died. Why are you bothering us to say that they murdered him? There's a lot of black people saying that he didn't get murdered the way that other black people are saying that they got murdered. There's a lot of black people I saw was complaining about the riot, saying you're writing over the wrong person. When it was time to riot over certain things, you weren't rioting. Like when Grenfell was there, where was the riot? When you're dealing with this boy that's selling drugs, why are you rioting now?
And that's, for me, that's kind of like the thing. They try to soften the idea that a killing is just a normal thing, innit? Killing at the hand of the police is what happens.
I think killing needs to be like, I went out of my way to kill you. Like once I caught you.
No.
What?
No. There's manslaughter and then there's murder, innit? So whether you do it on purpose or not is besides the point.
All right, we're running long, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna have to take the story next week of the situation where I'm actually just gonna give you a little teaser
for next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
A father and a mother had a 16 or 17-year-old daughter. I'll give you the correct everything next week. and they kicked her out of the house to go and live, and they dropped her off in a homeless shelter because they weren't happy with whatever she was doing. She kept partying and whatever. It's like, listen, if you don't respect this house, go live there. She found a black man and started dating him. This is the dude that helped out at the shelter. So he was on social media, saw her posting pictures with this dude, and like, what? You know, this is my dude or whatever. I don't know how long the timescape is in between this. He's found out which hostel she was in at that present time because they've gone to actually help out. Because this dude that helps out at the hostel is now basically, you're my woman. Let's go and help out at other hostels. You know what it's like. He's gone to the hostel to see the daughter. Spoken to the daughter. The daughter's like, hi, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Dad, this is such and such. He's turned around. Bang, bang, bang.
Shot him.
It was dark and I was afraid for my life. His family are saying he just went to shake his hand. That's the mother of the person that he's now decided that he's dating. And this dude says, well, I went to see my daughter and he approached me in the dark and I was scared and I shot him.
Jesus.
And it was taken to the third mistrials just happened.
There you go.
So similar to the Bill Cosby thing, we don't know if it's going to have a fourth mistrial or if they're just going to say, you know what, there's been too many mistrials. And then obviously if you're not proven guilty, you're innocent. So you can go. So why did he have the gun in the car in the first place? But anyways, that will be next week. We'll discuss that one. So let's say our church notes on our goodbyes.
Yo, this is Big Wahala. Catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Big Wahala. Latest.
This is Mr. Wolf. Catch me on Instagram. It's Yemi Online. That's my Twitter. And the Instagram is... I can't remember.
It's Yemi's Insta.
It's Yemi's Insta. I couldn't remember this week, man. I don't know.
What's going on, people? Good to speak to you. You know, I said before, the chair is mine. I give it up. It's never taken. Yeah, your boy is on Instagram, DJ Webbs. The actor's also on Instagram.
It's not DJ Webbs.
On Instagram, it is DJ Webbs.
There's no slinger.
No, it's DJ Webbs.
I apologize. I can apologize when I'm wrong.
Continue, please.
Twitter, Webslinger, and that actor. And everywhere else.
It does say DJ Webslinger and Twitter though. I am right about that one though. Yeah? It doesn't just say Webslinger.
Whatever.
Yeah, no.
Isn't it?
If you're giving out social media, shouldn't you give out the right social media?
No one wants to find him anyway. Just carry on, man.
Sorry, Jermaine.
And a special shout out to our man who's not here, Simple Simon.
Yeah, Simple Simon. You heard?
You get me?
Yes. Zagazao.
The other dread will be here next week, I'm sure.
All right, I'm Stavros Boss. Catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. Catch us collectively at ESN Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram, and search for Eloquently Saying Nothing on Facebook. It's Apple Podcasts, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So Acast, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, everything.
Google Play.
Google Play. If you're in America, sorry for all the insults. We still love you, kind of. Just remember where you came from.
Black Americans.
All right. All Americans.
Yeah, in fact, because you white Americans don't come from there either.
Yeah.
Shout out to the American Indians.
Gangs and Indians. All right, ladies and gents. Thanks. Peace. Goodbye.
Bruh.
You're not even talking.
You're not even ready for your thing, are you? Okay, I'll do myself. And if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Oh, yeah.
Slack for life. Wow, it's been that deep.
I had your back the other day. I had your back and you're still trying to get me.
What did I do? Yeah, I thought you made a mistake.
Instagram, I just created this DJ Web thing on Instagram. I know what it is.
You brother. So, damn it. Going to be Instagramming.
Are we going to address the situation like that?
I don't know.